Again, that's 800-433-8909.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
She fell in love with the sex.
Hahn.
Sauce was everywhere.
And Rosenberg.
If you want to stay up, he's got the energy that matters. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, you bet your ace. You betcha. Welcome aboard to Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on this beautiful, hold on,
Oh, my
Don,
God, it's nice.
luxurious, fantastic, and lovely Monday. Sorry, I was putting my headphones on. It's Peter Rosenberg. It's Don LaGreca. Don is at his alma mater, Ramapo College, with the people. How's it going, Don?
It is amazing to come back here, and I did a sit-down with the president. We had a nice interview, a little give and take with the students, got a tour of some of the buildings that were not here when I graduated back in 1992, and they could not be nicer. This school is fabulous, and I am literally sitting in the same seat area, the radio station that started it all.
Wow.
When I came in here with my buddies, and we did a heavy metal show on the Friday after Thanksgiving. We called it a pilgrimage from hell.
Sorry, what do you mean? What do you mean a pilgrimage from hell?
Well, because it was the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, so that wasn't the name
metal
of
show.
But that was the name of the show?
Well, just for that day.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then I ended up doing The Beast is Unleashed a little later on with my buddy Scott Silvaggi. And it took me 6 years to graduate from this institution because I cut classes in order to hang at the radio station. I think it's worked out. And this is where it all started. This is where it all began. I reenacted the picture that we've seen, and it's all over social media if you want to check out
What a day.
ESPN New York.
What a
And
what a
everybody
thing.
could not be nicer. And what a gorgeous day to walk around a campus.
I
too.
mean,
Beautiful day.
You wanted to go back practically. You thought, you know what? You wanted to have a Rodney Dangerfield moment.
Well, you know what's funny is I'm really excited about being back at my old college, and this would probably be a day that I would have cut.
Oh, yeah.
It was just so beautiful out, right?
Yeah,
It's not the day I'd want to be in all the classes, but the students couldn't be nicer, and they're all fans of the show. They had nice things to say about you and Alan, and it's all kind of just amazing. I sat in this chair fantasizing about doing the things that I'm doing right now, and it's a pinch myself moment. It's really cool to be back at the place that I said, boy, am I ever going to get a chance to be on, like, get paid to be on radio. And I thought at the time I might be spinning records because I didn't think there was any chance of doing anything in sports.
No.
And then a sports radio station opened up, and the next thing you know, I started working there and working at ESPN and doing Jets, Rangers, and now Devils. So pretty awesome. I don't know how often you get back to Maryland, but I suggest you do to have that kind of a moment.
Yeah, but Don,
it's
here's
really
the thing.
Amazing.
But for me to have a moment like that would require Maryland to ask me to come back and have a moment like that. See, that's the thing. You're having this moment because you didn't just go to an empty room and have a pretend conversation with no one.
Thank you.
You actually sat with the real president of the university. Maryland has never said word one about. They don't even. I'm not sure they're aware that I went there.
Well,
it's unfortunate.
You know what? That's on them because you're a talent.
Thank you.
And
They did. There was something that came out recently. They did a history of the radio station.
Right.
And I feel like my name, my buddy Stinny Stein, who's probably in the chat, could probably remind me because there he is. He's in the chat. Stinny Stein saw it. He just wrote in the chat, Maryland shows no love. They did like this history of the radio station. I don't even remember if they used my name. I swear to you, I do not know if my name was mentioned as having been at the radio station. And I'm pretty sure that me and there may be, Stinny Stein, remind me, who else is even in the conversation for like successful broadcasters from it? So the point is this, Don, you should relish this moment, but you should also know this isn't a given. This is the fact that your university, your esteemed, as I've always called it, alma mater, Ramapo, has shown you that love, though. That's pretty cool. Not every place does that.
Appreciate it. And
I went to Ramapo. Look at me.
See?
And look at me. And they couldn't be nicer. And it's really, the school is built up. I mean, it also shows your age. You walk around and there's literal buildings that did not exist when you first came here. And It feels the same, but completely different. But everybody just could not have been nicer. So thanks to everybody here, and it's just a pinch me moment. It really is. And you'll be proud. I don't know if you could see it there behind me, right over my my left shoulder, Peter, is a turntable. So
wow.
Let
me
do
hold on.
have a turntable.
Is that what is the white
at the
thing?
radio station? Yeah, it's functional.
Are those white turntables?
They're Stanton.
But I know, I mean the color, the actual physical color. I can't quite see.
Well, it's right here. It's silver.
Oh, it's a silver.
You can't
Okay.
see it there? I don't know.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
So,
all right, this is very
and,
cool.
And talking to the students and talking about the journey, and I just told them all the same advice. I'm sure you do too. Just work your tail off, man. Hard work beats talent every time, and you don't get here by accident. You got to work. So, and we're working. We're still working on a day in which the Jets and the Giants are trying to mold themselves into something much different than they've been over the last few years. That's a winning team.
That's right, and there's movement. I don't know if it's giving any movement, but there's movement.
Well, you know what it's telling you, and when you see Davis and Fitzpatrick sign, right, and it tells you the tanking crowd, and I'm not going to get into the conversation about whether you should or shouldn't. They're clearly not, right? You pick up a soon-to-be 30-year-old corner, and I thought it was a brilliant move by Muji because basically it's a free agent sign. He gave up a 7th-round pick. I don't care how you value picks. It's a 7th-round pick.
Sure.
And you pick up his salary, which you don't care about because you're a ton under the cap. So you go out and you're trying to make this defense into something, and it clearly shows that they're going to try to go after a quarterback that hopefully can win them some games, and they're going to try to win. Because you don't make these moves, Peter, to tank. Because I don't know how long it's going to take the Jets to turn the corner, but it's probably not going to be when Minkah Fitzpatrick is still a Pro Bowler. I mean, he's already, once you hit 30 as a corner, you start to show signs. And he's still very, very good, but you didn't make this move so that when you turn the corner, he is going to be a Pro Bowler for you. You make this move because you're trying to win games this year. And now another option at quarterback presents itself, and that's Tua, who you could just pick up as a free agent because he was released by the Miami Dolphins. So now you throw Tua in the hopper as a potential future quarterback of the Jets. And to me, I think he's attractive.
Go ahead.
Now, attractive.
Take that further. Go ahead.
Well, attractive in the sense of it's, there's not very many attractive people, so somebody has to be the most attractive. But if he's healthy, he can win you games. More than Wentz can. More than Geno Smith can.
No,
Willis is off the table because he went, and obviously he was going to cost a lot more money, but he's in Miami now.
No, this has to be a more attractive situation. Now, the Dolphins were so desperate to move on from this that it's like the biggest cap hit in history, Don.
Right.
It's like $90 million that they're going to eat here just so they can move on, which is whatever. Now we know they had Malik Willis in mind. But I agree. I think if you could get a chance at Tua Tagovailoa, to me, he all of a sudden becomes the most appealing thing out there. And there's something there. There's a little something.
You're going to need insurance because if he gets hurt, and most likely will get hurt, you're going to have to pivot to somebody else. So could you see a world of a Cousins and Tua? Would Cousins want to come here knowing that he'd have to battle for the position? But there's a lot of teams that are going to be gobbling these quarterbacks up. Jets are not that attractive a situation.
No.
Although a lot more attractive today than they were yesterday when you've strengthened this defense and you're letting the world know, I'm trying to win this year. Nobody wants to be involved in a tank. But if you kind of like the direction they're going into, they become a little bit more attractive, but still not a place like, attractive like Miami where the weather's really nice and they have a more recent vintage of winning. But that's off the table because they went out and got their quarterback. So I think I've got to go get insurance and bring in another quarterback. If you tell me it's Tua and Wentz, again, I don't like Wentz, but if he's my backup quarterback to Tua in case he gets hurt, that's not the end of the world. If I had a choice in it, I think I'd probably go Cousins and Tua, but I don't know if Cousins is going to want to go someplace where he's not guaranteed a starting spot. But in a perfect world, you're going to have to bring in somebody that can play because the upside of Tua is he plays well, and obviously the downside, he suffers a concussion in the preseason and doesn't play for you all year. And both are on the table.
So you have the Jets showing that they're attempting to have a season, at least on some level. They're going to give it a shot. And then you have the Giants, who are becoming the trans Ravens. They're going to be wearing Giants uniforms, Don, but they're becoming the Ravens. The Giants add Jordan Stout, the punter, 3-year, $12 million deal. That's the highest paid punter in the NFL to you and me, Don.
Well, nobody gets excited about a punter until you don't have one in a big spot.
Well, and this is important to note also, supposedly a great holder as well. And we know that has been an issue for the Giants. Yeah. So you should be excited about that. It's not sexy, but it is cool.
Well,
they also got a former Ravens tight end, Isaiah Likely, 3 years, $40 million.
Well, for a team that looks like they're going to want to run, I could see a place for having a really good tight end. I don't hate any of these moves, and I also don't hate trying to mold yourself after the Ravens. What, a perennial playoff team? I'm good. Right? I don't have a problem with that. You don't want to be trans Cleveland. There had to be there's less entertaining ways of describing it, Peter, but there's probably better ways as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I kind of like what you did there.
I mean, listen, they're becoming a different team. They listen, and also on the flip side, we've mentioned this many times. John Harbaugh is no longer the Ravens coach for a reason. And it's not just because they said, we're bored. They were all set. They had seen enough of what John Harbaugh had been recently, Don, and they moved forward. So you can feel a way about him now going out and trying to add as many Ravens pieces as he can.
That is true. But let me obviously not right at this second, but at the time that they were let go from the respective teams, okay, would you say that Harbaugh was in the same area as Andy Reid as a coach when he was let go by Philadelphia?
Would I say at the time that Andy Reid was let go?
Yeah, he was at the John Harbaugh level, right?
Well, but minus the Super Bowl, not minus winning the Super Bowl.
You could say that he was not quite at Harbaugh's level.
Not quite, because he'd been, but he hadn't won.
But they're hanging in the same room. They're sitting on the same couch at the party.
Yeah, well, they're in the same area. No longer, but
and now when Andy Reid goes to Kansas City, and then what happens, right?
Well, now he's at the area Andy Reid is in has a huge burger and steak cafe, and I mean buffet, and there's crab leg. Don, it's like Tom Hanks's meal when he got back from Castaway. That's where Andy Reid is now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now you go back to the Packers went on to the Seahawks. Why am I?
Matt Flynn.
No, that was a quarterback who didn't work out.
Do you mean the head coach?
Yeah,
you talking about Mike McCarthy?
Before Mike McCarthy.
Mike
McCarthy didn't go to Seattle.
No, he didn't. I don't know how you got to Seattle. What coach? The Packers coach who left and went to Holmgren.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know where we're going now. All right.
Right.
We're going back decades now. Okay, if it's a day.
But I would think that Holmgren was on the level of John Harbaugh. Right, had won a Super Bowl in Green Bay and also had some failing. And then he goes to Seattle and takes Seattle to a Super Bowl, which I would take if I'm a Giant fan. I mean, there is history of where a team goes, I'm good, and then he goes someplace and continues to be good.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I could probably think of some examples of where a team's like, I'm good, and then they were right to be I'm good. But I guess you could say that Mike McCarthy failed in Dallas because he didn't duplicate the same success in Green Bay, but he was still good, still won 12 games a year, routinely went to the playoffs. My point is that the fact that the Ravens said, I'm good to John Harbaugh does not necessarily mean the Giants made a mistake getting him. And I also don't think it's wrong to reimagine a team like the one that said to you, I'm good. I mean, he's familiar with these players. Bill Parcells did the same thing when he went to New England. He went and brought Pepper Johnson in, right? He brought in guys he was familiar with. Same thing when he went to the Jets. He brought in former Giants and former Patriots when he went to the Jets.
These
guys
happens.
are going to bring in guys that they know.
It's what they do.
Fill in a need. It makes sense.
Yeah. That is what you do. I can't fight that. But, it remains to be seen whether that leads to a quality football team or not, of course. But how do you feel that the Giants didn't do? I mean, how do you feel about the Likely thing? We can start there. Does Isaiah Likely give you any sort of movement?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, it's been a bit of an issue for them.
It has.
For a long time, all right?
It has not been the strong suit.
Right.
I swear to God. Do they have a greater tight end than Mark Bavaro?
Not in my eyes, no.
That's a long time ago.
A very long time ago.
It's 40 years, 40.
And they had a rotation of tight ends when they were winning their 2 Super Bowls, but they've had okay tight ends and at times good tight ends who've had great seasons, but they haven't brought anybody in that's really been a needle mover for them. And if they are going to be a running team, I think the tight end can be utilized well. You've got Neighbors coming back and healthy. I'd like to get another wide receiver, but I think that could be addressed in the draft. I really think the Jets and the Giants did some good things today. The only issue I could see Jet fans having is if you're in tank mode and you want them to be awful for Arch Manning. But clearly that's not happening. If you want them to have a successful season, I think these are moves that have strengthened the defense, and it's in the skid for your head coach, right? Because he said his superpower is calling plays. But Glenn's a defensive guy. He's added 2 nice pieces to the defense. And now if they can get themselves a serviceable quarterback, then I think they're on their way to start, giving Jet fans a fun season to watch, which is what you should be in the business of doing.
That's the whole thing. If you can't win a championship, can we at least have some fun?
But in order to get to a championship, one of the questions I got asked in the interview here at Ramapo was, why do the Yankees always win and why do the Jets always lose? I said because winning breeds winning, losing breeds losing. Losers are losers, winners are winners, period. And if you continue to lose games, then that's what you become. And that's all the Jets have done. Outside of one season in the last 15 years, they've had losing seasons. And I don't know if they'll have a winning season this year, but if you could put together a team that you're proud of, a team that's going out there and winning games and competing and moving in the right direction, that is going to help you get out of whatever the heck you're in, which is nowhere. Instead of having another losing season and hoping that you get the quarterback and then praying that ends up being the piece they're missing. Oh, by the way, probably bringing in a new head coach to boot. And I look at these moves, and I know it's only a couple, and we still have a long offseason still to go, and we've got a long season ahead. But you tell me where Muji has shown you he can't do this job. Because all I see is a guy that can do the job. Now, we'll see if it works out at the end of the day, but I think everything that he's done here maybe hasn't been a home run, but it showed me they've got competent leadership, and that's something this Jet organization hasn't been able to show you in 2 decades.
I mean, I might push back and say he also hasn't shown you that he's tremendous, but he has not shown you that he can't do the job.
Well, he's had one draft.
Yeah, that we don't know.
He has one offseason, all right? And he took over garbage. And you don't change garbage overnight. But I thought the move for Fitzpatrick was a good one. All right, they're desperate to get rid of his salary. You got a ton of cap. This is what you get a ton of cap space for. Everybody thinks you get cap space, so you make a big splash in free agency. But it also allows you to take a chance on a veteran corner, and you got him for just a 7th-round pick. So all you did was spend money, which is all you have. A 7th-round pick for a Pro Bowler? And it's money you eventually have to spend, and they've got over $100 million of cap space. I think that's a legitimate move.
Now it's being bantied about.
Yes.
That the former Bear, Tremaine Edmonds, is about to be a New York Giant.
Okay, that seemed like it was a foregone conclusion that people were talking that seemed to be a destination for him.
$36 million for the linebacker, $23.7 fully guaranteed over 3 years.
So, all right, looking at Harbaugh, because we don't want to give Shane credit, right? That would be a disaster. They just picked up 2 players. They filled a need. They haven't had a tight end in forever, and they haven't had linebackers in forever. The linebacker has been a need for a decade for this team, at least.
Hot dog.
So, hey, they're making moves.
This is also big news as we close out, get towards the end here of segment 1. We're going to get to the phones, Don.
Okay, we're counting down.
1-800-919-3776. Segment 1 coming down to the stretch here. It's important that I note that it has been told to me that it is official, it is locked, it is loaded, it is complete. The field is set for Drop Madness.
Really? So you're telling me that no drop moving forward will be in the dance. We've locked it down.
Anything past from today on will be considered for Drop Madness 2027.
You hear that? It's official.
All right. That's it. So and it's something, it's worthy to say because we've had like 2 or 3 drops over the last day or so.
Oh, have you ever?
That have made it in.
Did anything make it from Friday?
Yes.
Thank
Did
God.
Don's rapping get in?
So, look, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah,
next
All right.
week, we
Save
will do
it.
a full bracket reveal.
We'll reveal it.
I don't think that one qualified for this tournament, which shows you how big this tournament is.
Also, I want to answer 2 things about Friday
Okay.
that have been asked on social media.
Oh, please.
Are we okay? And am I okay? And the answer on both is yes.
So, would you say it's a hearty yes?
Hardy.
Hearty yes. Don and I had conversed before in the segment in which Don and I had our explosion. We had conversed before the segment ended. Now that doesn't mean that, by the way, that it was performative. More than everything's performative, but it just means
And our meltdown
yeah.
was the first one since the your hamstrings must be pretty good. Like then that was like 10 years ago if it was a day. And if you remember, I think we were still in the segment when I text you.
I think we were in the segment
Because we care too much. And things like that happen when 2 people, A, care about the subject, and B, care about each other. Because strangers don't talk like that to each other.
Correct. That's fighting. That's family level fighting. Ebro's theory was that we may have even been more likely to fight in the way we did. He thinks it was more likely to happen over music even than sports because of how passionate we both are about music.
Yeah.
He thinks it could have been even more. He's like, if it was sports, I don't think it would have gotten that intense. But to answer everybody,
Backpedal. Hamstrings must be pretty strong after that.
I hate that in that drop you can hear me go.
Well, listen, once I get going, it's tough.
And again, not the same room.
Well, see, I think that's the key. I don't think that happens if we're in the studio together.
Right? It doesn't seem like it, does it?
There's even though I was making eye
Number one,
contact
because I'm scared you kick my teeth down my throat.
And the funny thing is, I'm pointing at the screen as if I'm pointing at you. I don't know if I would do that in person.
Yeah, I don't think
that's tough. But listen, it happens. But if anybody wants to know, nothing but love.
I do know peace and love. I do know this though. I know one job I'm never giving Alan Hahn ever again, Don, and that is the job of moving on to something else. If you recall, towards the end of the segment, Don has completely lost it at this point. I've called Don a moron. Don is done with me. I'm dead. He's completely gone. And he goes, Alan, just get us to break or whatever. Just do something. And Alan goes, all right, I'm taking the helm. And you think he's going to go, let's get back to sports. And instead, Don, he then immediately starts rehashing everything that just happened. And we just completely went back into it. It was the underrated portion. Like, you think that you're going to get steered out of traffic. And, let me just drive right back in.
It was too good to be scripted. Honestly, it was. But listen, you do 4 hours of radio with people, and you care about them, and you're going to be unfiltered. And it's like a married couple. Like, I know all your secrets. You know all mine.
Oh, yeah.
And
Do I ever?
Makes it just so. It makes easier to do that. Like, people claim, like they say it in Reservoir Dogs, right?
Go ahead.
That because when they're arguing over the names, because Mr. Pink doesn't want to be Mr. Pink, and he's like, no, you start arguing, and then because you don't know each other, you don't back down. I find the opposite to be true. I find when you don't know someone well, you're more apt to back down because there's a lack of knowledge of what could happen and all that. I think when you know each other as well as we know each other, you're not going to back down.
I totally agree. If you don't know the person, you're willing to be polite.
Yeah.
If you know the person really well, you're like, well, why am I going to be polite? This person's wrong.
And deep down, at least I did, that this is all going to be cool.
Well, yeah, no part of me considered this might be the end. That didn't concern me. So anyway, to answer that for the people, 1-800-919-3776. Phone lines jammed. Talk to you guys in a little bit. We got a binge today, which is going to have tons of NFL stuff because there's so many moves all over the league. We got ENN at 6. We got Don at his alma mater of Ramapo. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. The Rookie and Explorer packages are now available. All Yankees Universe members receive a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and MLB audio at bat. Plus, Rookie members get an official New York Yankees t-shirt. A portion of all proceeds benefits pediatric cancer research at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Join Yankees Universe today at yankees.com/universe.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Plan prices require auto pay. Additional terms apply. For welcome unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic in times of congestion.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan, on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
It's crazy to see how much everyone's changed at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yes, he told Tim he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but he said it's way more than that. It also skyrockets nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. Tim started taking it right away, and trust me, I've already noticed results.
Wow, I might just have to go catch up with Brian.
After 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. Feel like your old self again with Total T2. Stronger, leaner, and more energized. Just text ORDER to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone and nitric oxide booster. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's ORDER to 369-369. ORDER to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to start off in Nassau County, hitting the brakes on the Southern State eastbound. A crash right before the Meadowbrook. Bumper to bumper there from Hempstead Avenue. Hutch, you're stopped in both directions. Drawbridge up to let some marine traffic through. That should be going back down pretty soon. Worst ride to the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound. A broken down tractor trailer in the left lane by the Sheridan. After that, some road work on the lower deck. You're solid there from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George, some repairs on the upper level, just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln Arnie about 5 to 10. Outbound Helen 15 to 20, an earlier stall in the tube. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I think?
What's that?
I think Jacob's trolling to get another fight.
What do you say now?
No, I think he came back with this song because this a song that when Don didn't know it, Alan and I were like, "You don't know this song?" And we sort of got into an argument about it.
I still don't know it.
No, I was not trying to troll Don.
It's "We Gonna Make It" by Jadakiss. But we had this conversation. We said, "Come on, you've heard this at a timeout before," and we had like this whole thing. I'm now trolling Jacob. I don't think he was actually.
Even though somebody did text me, I should come in with "She's Mine" for one of these segments.
Oh, I did reference that song. Or you could have come back with the Cat Stevens if you wanted to. The funniest part about Don and my fight on Friday, of course, was that it started with him and I ganging up on Alan.
Yeah, well, that's how it was supposed to go.
That's how it was supposed to go. And then we got completely thrown off course.
I told Alan off air, I was like, I think me not hitting the Tullamore Dew drop might have started everything.
What do you mean? Were you supposed to Tullamore Dew there?
Don did Tullamore Dew coming in, and then it led to the Cat Stevens.
I do blame you, Jacob, for all things.
Yeah, at some point, it's always Jacob.
Yeah, it when in doubt. Real quick, guys, a game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time.
Yes! Charlie time.
Was that live?
Yes.
I think that was for the kids.
God bless it.
I mean, I got an audience here, and they can only hear my side of the show.
How many people is that?
They just came down to just two people in the studio, but there's a mob outside the window peeking in.
Now, do they get to hear the whole show, or they still just hear you, or nothing?
No, they just the people on the outside the window. They're not hearing anything.
It's like they're at the zoo.
Exactly.
The Knicks are in L.A. playing the Clippers with coverage on our air immediately following Dan Grassa.
Rob it is for 6:30.
Seriously. 9:30 on 880. Rangers visiting the Flyers with coverage on 1050 at 6:30. And the Nets host the Nuggets like you dream about at 7:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Don, you were trying to say something.
Now, on social media, people are commenting that I'm too close to the camera and they can see up my nose. You tell me, Peter.
I don't view it that way.
I look great.
I have no issue with his view right now. I think we look for the same size.
By the way, I know this can be shocking coming from me. I have some blame for what happened on Friday as well.
Go ahead.
Oh, really?
Because I said, I don't think we have a song for sons. I only have I Held Her First for daughters. And that's how that all started. So if you really want to blame anybody for what happened on...
It's not I Held Her First, right? It's I Loved Her First, right?
Both are set. Put it this way. Both are set. And you're probably right on the actual name of the song. I Loved Her First is the name of the song. I Held Her First is also in the song.
So today we recorded we do a Patreon episode of Ebro Laura Rosenberg every week. It comes out on Wednesdays. We usually record it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We did it today. And I gave Ebro and Laura a synopsis of what happened Friday, mostly with the purpose of having them help diagnose what's wrong with me, because I have a history. This was not the first incident of its kind. So the segment was kind of talking about my long, illustrious history of blow-ups with different people in my radio career. But in that, Don, I ended up playing them both songs. I played them the I Loved Her First, Alan's tearjerker about daughters, and then I played them the Cat Stevens. And I got to tell you, whenever I even now play I Loved Her First, I can't even play it for 30 seconds.
No, it does make you emotional.
It's one of the best things I've ever done at this radio station.
Yeah, no, it's now you've ruined me. I just hear the notes of it, and I'm like, oh.
And I was trying to do that for Don, and look what I did.
Oof, man. But they appreciated the Cat Stevens more than Alan did. That was the biggest disappointment, is Alan just wrote off Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
A song that needs time.
That's if crimes were committed on Friday, that's a felony.
Exactly. We're all caught up on the wrong issue.
which tends to happen. There's also a Bobby Goldsboro song that's a father and son song. It's corn pone, but it's not bad. It's not Honey. Honey will make you cry. That's about his wife dying.
Oh, no.
But there's
Bobby
something-
Goldsboro, Honey. Why do I know that song? It's pretty big, huh?
And honey, I miss you, but I'm doing good.
Oh, my God. That makes me want to cry right now just hearing what it's about.
No, there was a time in the 70s where like it didn't have a chance to chart unless it grabbed your heart and pulled it right out of your chest.
Well, it's like Disney movies. We were discussing that today as well. Every Disney movie, dead family member. Every one.
Oh, I've gotten so good at it because I've watched so many Disney movies. You
can spot the dead?
Well, you just know who's dying. Like, oh, she's dead. Because you could follow the theme like immediately. Like, all right, grandma's gone.
Yeah.
You could figure what parents could, because all the good Disney movies start with somebody dying. Or sometimes you have to wait till the end, but somebody's going. Somebody's not making it to the credits.
Let's talk to the people for a second.
Oh, Hopper. I went and saw that Saturday.
Hopper?
Was it good, Don?
It is very good.
What's Hopper
There
again?
were actually
The
applause
new
in
Disney
theater.
Pixar vehicle.
Oh.
There's death.
Of course there is.
You know what? For a Disney movie, lots of death.
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, that lizard is a viral lizard. That thing is everywhere.
Maya won't. She's too young, but at some point, make sure you get her to watch that because the kids were engulfed. It was really good.
Well,
Terrific
I think
job.
she is still not can watch a whole movie.
No.
She's at like
She's barely one.
She's barely one. She will watch. She can make it through a full episode of Miss Rachel. That's about the extent. And they keep the whole thing really like talking to a baby. So movies she'll last for like 15, 20 minutes, and then she sort of like starts climbing me and grabbing my glasses or whatever it may be. Let's talk to the people. Let's start out with Gilberto in the truck. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Pete? What's up, man? What's up, Big Dog?
What's up?
Yo, I see your team, the team that you announced for, is really on a winning streak. They're looking good, man. I didn't know that Olympic guy with the chipped tooth was on that team.
You didn't know that the Olympic guy with the chipped tooth was on the Devils?
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's on him.
But I'm a fan now. I really am. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I was never a hockey fan.
I can tell
made
that.
me a hockey fan.
Well, that
You
makes
made me a hockey fan like you made Pete a hockey fan.
That's not true.
But
Well, I'm going to
my
try to
thing
get
was
you to a
this.
Devil game. There's a few home games left. I'm going to try to get
Yo,
you.
my bro, I would go. I would go. I would really go. But you know which one I'm going to go to when you guys do the next promotion? Not at the train station. Not at the Monahan train station. The following one.
Oh, the one at
Delandras.
Delandras. Yeah, the 18th. Definitely go to that.
I gotta see you guys. But I just want to tell you guys, yo, Pete, don't worry, Maryland will recognize you. I'm surprised because in the world of hip hop, you're big, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Gilberto.
hopefully they'll give you roses as well.
I
God
appreciate
bless you guys. God bless the family. And God bless Hahn.
That's
You know,
right.
he was looking pretty good at Get Up this morning. I wonder why he didn't make it to work.
Yeah, it's a great question by you, Gilberto.
No, but I think it was a family thing later in the day that he had to do.
Yeah, this was on the
It's
calendar.
not my story to tell, but no, we understood. Flott to the Titans. So again, Dable's trying to build it in the Giants image there in Tennessee.
John Franklin Myers also to the Titans. So anybody that Saleh and Dable liked seemed to be going to Tennessee.
That is so. Real quick, the Giants and Jets collectively suck. Absolute horse manure. And Tennessee is going to become a combination of them. That's
Wando
fantastic.
Robinson, Bellinger, Flott, and also John Franklin Myers
The
recently.
devil that you know.
How
Devil
about no devil? How about go get good players?
Well, listen. What are you going to do?
Not just people you know. So Don, they're literally letting go of the Flotsam and Jetsam, if you will.
There you go.
The Flotsam and Giantsam. Rim shot.
We don't. That something happened. K to Don Hahn Rosenberg. That Flotsam and Jetsam was lost.
Yeah, no, it stayed. Flotsam and Jetsam stayed with Michael. We let him keep Flotsam and Jetsam.
Right.
1-800-919-3776. Tessa in West Caldwell, how you feeling about the Giants situation today?
Hey, guys, thanks so much for taking my call. I appreciate it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm on the bandwagon 100%. I trust John Harbaugh, so I'm ready. Am I upset and kind of devastated about Wandale? I really thought he was a good slot player. I thought we could hold on to him. I knew Flott was leaving, though. I knew it. I wasn't going to pay him, but I am a little upset. But it is all good because I'm going to be honest with you. We are seemingly, I know you got to play on Sundays, seeming like we are tired of residing in a dumpster and we're moving out because we are right. Don, you're right. We haven't had a reliable, that's my word I want to use, guys, reliable tight end, and it seems like a freaking, 95 years. So to get a tight end and a stud like Isaiah, I am excited. Somebody that I feel confident catching that ball 3rd and 6 or catching that ball with 2 on him in the end zone. That's how I feel because when I was watching him in Baltimore, I'm like, yo, this guy really could play. So I'm excited. Punter, excited about the punter that we just signed because at the end of the day, the Scottish Hammer last year, it was not ham time. This guy was shanking balls left and right. So I'm sad to see him go, but good. Let's keep it moving. I just care about the O-line now. Of course I care about a corner, but the O-line is what I care about the most, Don. I don't care. We already losing people. I knew he wasn't going to get the guy Tyler from Baltimore. I was looking at that guy, that two-way player in Jacksonville. He's gone. So, like, Don, do you think we could get Rasheed Walker? Like, I just need to make sure we fill up these holes with, like, big hog mollies. Like, I need the O-line stabilized
Unlike
like
the Jets,
immediately.
Tessa, unlike the Jets, they don't have a ton of cap space. Now, you can maneuver things around to create cap space, but when you look at the number that some of these guys are signing for, that's kind of reserved for teams that have that kind of space. I trust that Harbaugh is going to find a way to get it done. Got to be able to protect your franchise, and that's Jackson Dart. But they have filled holes at places. Tight end, linebacker, very important.
Yeah.
And the line wasn't god-awful last year. You think it's going to be better coaching should be able to make it. I think sometimes we always want to just blow everything up and put new people in there. And sometimes it's just having a better coach, having a better system can create more time for the quarterback. And I think there's a possibility of that happening. I hope anyway.
Let's take a break. Should we take a break?
I think that's time. That's what the clock says.
Yeah, it's 42. Let's take a break. I see Moose is on hold. He wants to get into some Nick talk.
The gauntlet's over.
The gauntlet is over. What did they land on?
It was 6-4.
6-1.
It was just the
Lakers,
the Thunder, the Cavs, and the Pistons. The only
there you
losses.
go. So they did end up splitting this.
They beat the Nuggets.
Right. So they split this weekend. We just had it reversed.
Right.
Because I remember the other day we talked about the game, and I went, they could lose to the Lakers, and Al was kind of like, no. And it's like, but you never, the NBA, man, you just never know. Now, it makes tonight interesting.
Well, second of back-to-backs.
Because it's second of back-to-backs against a worse team, right across town. But it's still the end of this this gauntlet, if you will. Middle of a road trip. We'll see what they do. 1-800-919-3776. We will talk some New York Knicks. But a lot more to do on the NFL of it all, including some things happening all across the league. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Now, I've got better news to talk about because we settled on what the project's going to be at the house, right? We still are looking for a quarterback with the Jets, but we can't replace a quarterback that easily, but I can replace Windows very easily. And that's why I went to Rings End. They're going to help me do that. They're going to help me put on a beautiful window, too, a picture window in our bedroom. We got this whole plan set up. Andrew came to the house a couple of weeks ago, and he told us exactly what we need. He sent me a great, the estimate was right on point. The products that they're going to use, of course, are the best. Why? Because Rings End has premium brands in windows, indoors, decking, paint, lumber, kitchens, all the things that you would need for your house. So they work with pro contractors who build and remodel for a living. Because the pros trust them, of course, I can trust them, and you can too. They have built-to-last high-end product lines that the contractors rely on because they do it right, they don't do it over. They're not a national chain. They have regional expertise with 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County and 12 freestanding paint centers. So this is Rings End, everybody. It's family-owned and operated since 1902. That's 124 years in business to you and me. Deep Northeast roots. They support local builders and communities. They know your house. They know your neighborhood. They know the area and what you need. And if you can't make it to a store, you can shop online. Go to ringsend.com. That's ringsend.com. Get a project done at your house today.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Right now, new FanDuel customers get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days if your bet loses. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. That's 10 chances to play all tourney long, from game props and money lines to spreads, totals, futures, and more. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at bigger payouts. However you want to fill out your bracket, FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the action day after day. So visit FanDuel.com/local to sign up today. FanDuel, it's time to dance. 21 and over in physically present New York. Must apply select token each day. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Smalls here. Look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded tirzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded tirzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into tirzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, Long Island. Play with them, play against them, and we didn't change the name. It's still Pickleball Madness.
Meet Rick DiPietro and see his hot, sexy body and play pickleball with him. Watch college basketball with him. What a treat that'll be.
Get to play pickleball with Rick and Dave, and it's going to be great.
Tell him how to sign up, Dave.
All you do, there's a little tile on the ESPN New York app. Click on that tile, it'll lead you to how you can join, and away you go.
Pickleball Madness is brought to you by Pickleball Heaven and ESPN New York.
Yeah, before, and I say it again, you get nothing for nothing. Bang. Good song on a bad album, Peter.
What is this?
Heading out to the highway. on Point of Entry, which I'm not a fan of that album. You ever love a band, but there's just one album you're like, I don't know what they were thinking?
Sure, of course.
When there's like an intentional direction change and you're just not on board.
What band is that?
Judas Priest.
And they just went, that was
and that's a big song. It's like the biggest song on the album. It's like, but the album itself, but some people love it because they made a pivot. They were a hard rock, metal band, and then they tried to get a little commercially, and maybe it worked. I don't know, but I wasn't on board.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the example of like someone doing that. It's like a complete album where they said, I'm going to try to go X direction. I know there's plenty of examples. There's not one coming to my mind that I think of most often.
What did you? It doesn't even have to be hip hop. What's your favorite band? Like, just musically decided to go in a direction and you weren't on board?
Well, that's what I'm trying to think of. Like where did? I mean, that's the thing is full album. That I look at the full album and I go, what were we doing? Because in hip hop, there are people who just turned out to not be very good, and there are people who made records, like individual songs, that I went, oh my god. And then there are times when I think at the time I didn't like the album, but I go back later. I mean, one of the more controversial ones is Nas's second album at the time. There were a lot of people who were not that into it. I was among them, but I didn't hate it. I just thought it was too commercial. And now
that would be a good example.
But then in retrospect, it aged. It aged really well. But at the time, I was like, oh man, he went from like this underground like piece of art to like seemingly wanting to sort of fit in with the time. But now when you go back and listen to it, it was a really well done version of that. You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes as you get older, I have more of an appreciation of like, all right, you wanted to sell more records, but did you do it well? There's doing it well, and then there's doing it just gross, where you're like, oh my God, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
And sometimes it's not even about anything other than, hey, I got to evolve. I got to try something different. And plus, there's the ill-fated, and I'm not passing judgment, Hot Rockin'.
I'm sorry?
The song Hot Rockin' by Judas Priest. I want to go, Hot Rockin'.
I don't know it, but I can tell you it doesn't sound great.
They had a video for it and everything. But again, all those songs aged well. But it was right after British Steel, which is their heaviest album. And then they come back after Point of Entry, Screaming for Vengeance, which is like their second heaviest album. But they tried something. But I get it. It's like when Dylan went electric. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta evolve. I gotta try different things. Can't do the same thing. So I admire it, but you lose some people.
Let's hear from Moose in Jamaica, who wants to talk a little Knicks. Moose, what's up, man?
What's going on, Peter? What's going on, Don? How are you? How about the weather, man?
Oh man,
yeah.
I want to go sit outside.
It's a tease because it's only going to be with us shortly, but still, I love it. Great.
It's a prelude. It's a preview. It's a prelude of what's coming on in New York City in the summer and the spring. Yeah, to talk about the Knicks. Remember, I called you the day of the Van Wyck, which ironically I grew up in. When I first moved to this country, I had a political asylum because my country was war-torn. Lived in a building that was right in front of the Van Wyck Expressway. Van Wyck, excuse me.
That's right.
So yeah, I'm rooting for the Knicks at the time before I had my fraudism take over. But yeah, I said that the Knicks, because of what they do year after year since Thibodeau, when they started the gauntlet that day, they played the Pacers, but they were a 12-game stretch, and I said they can go 10-2. They went 8-4, which is good. But this is the most important thing about what happened, the losses. If I was Mike Brown and the coaching staff, I would literally go into games when they were competitive in certain stretches of the game, pick out film, understand the movement of momentum with different plays, certain matchups, help rotations on defense, the plays that were run, the impromptu fast breaks that they were running after made baskets. Try to understand the way that it was moving, the momentum, the ebbs and flows. So next time in the playoffs with the matchups of the teams that they lost in those games, referring to the film, they have a game plan, how to nip it in the butt when they're bleeding out, and put the knife, put their foot on the neck of the opponent to blow them out even more, so it can be more comfortable and New York can have a winner. Thanks for taking my call.
You know what, Moose? Thank you. I feel like it's no longer about what the Knicks are doing. It's the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, isn't that your biggest concern? More than, Brunson didn't shoot well or they played with their food. The Knicks are the Knicks. Knicks are fine. Knicks are very good.
Right.
But
we know they seem to have a problem with Detroit. And now the question is, how much of a problem do you have with Boston?
Well, and if this is what it's going to be, they are a problem. Now, will he be able to keep this up? Will he stay healthy for the rest of the regular season? Can he do this in the playoffs? Can he do what nobody else seems to be able to do coming off this Achilles? These first 2 games, Peter, how can you think anything else? Like, that's got to be your biggest concern.
So, yeah, let's talk about it for a second, shall we? We took some predictions on what would happen in Game 1.
Yeah, wrong.
And in Game 1 on Friday night, I got the minutes total right. I had to, right? Because I said 23. Oh, you had it on the number?
I had 15.
Oh, Jacob said 25.
Jacob said 25, just not on the air.
Oh, well, you didn't. Okay.
Well, then
So
didn't happen.
really, Peter wins.
Thank you. So on the air, I went highest, and it was 23. I said 23. It was 27. 15 points, 11 rebounds. 12 rebounds.
Oh.
So at 15 and 12, 7 assists.
That's a double-double to you and me.
To you, a double-double.
Mm-hmm.
Played 27 minutes. Jaylen Brown was still the guy. Jaylen Brown played 33 minutes, scored 24 points and 7 assists. And that was night 1 beating Dallas. Not a big challenge there. They beat them by 20. But then turn around on and run it back and play on Sunday against Cleveland, who's a much different animal, one of the best teams in the conference.
Yeah.
Tatum plays 27 minutes again.
Bang.
Seems like they know the number they want for him. 20 points this time. Less rebounds. There are only 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Jaylen Brown again leads the team, 23 points. And they beat Cleveland by 11. So Celtics now sitting at 43 and 21. Jayson Tatum's back playing in back-to-back games. 2 games this weekend, 27 minutes apiece. Mm-hmm. Don, this is a problem.
No, it's a problem. It's your biggest problem.
And let's see, the Celtics now coming up here. We'll get, so you can know what we're going to see from this team down the stretch. Celtics are, they're at San Antonio tomorrow, 8 o'clock on the Peacock.
All right.
Peacock at 8 at San Antonio. Michelle Beadle, put her at courtside. Guaranteed she's there.
I'll say this. According to Tankathon, Boston does have the 3rd hardest strength of schedule left, while the Knicks have the 3rd easiest.
I'm not even concerning myself with whether they can get the 2 or 3. I'm just saying that
it's another team to be there.
It's another team that you're going to have to get through. And, all right, you play Orlando or Philadelphia in the first round, right? Could be either one of those teams. Imagine having to play Orlando, Boston, Detroit. God.
This was
how hard that's going to be.
Yeah, and also the problem is we spent so much time talking about this, how this year was going to be, well, this is the year you better win because the path's been opened. Closed. It didn't happen. A, Detroit turned out to be one of the best teams in basketball, and B, the Celtics are just as good as they were. Granted, when we get to the playoffs, maybe the fact that they don't have some of the guys that we're used to them having there will hurt them down the stretch. But right now, what you're seeing from the top of that team is a problem.
I'm not saying you can't beat them. I'm just saying it's a problem.
1-800-919-3776. We'll talk to you. We'll get more into the NFL and go around the rest of the league as free agency continues to unfold. We got the Binge coming up, 4:30, ENN at 6. Don is at Ramapo. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine.
We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert Spine Care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Put in the box! This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Nice back pedal. Hamstrings must be pretty strong after that.
Welcome back to Don, Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York. It's just Don and myself today. Alan has a prior commitment. He'll be back with us tomorrow. Of course, Knicks back at it tonight with a late game at the Clip Show, as they're known.
I appreciate the Knicks fans, like living and dying with every game. That's what diehard fans should do, right? But just get me to the damn playoffs already. Don't you feel that way? Like, you know they're going. You know, I don't think any questions are answered the rest of the way. They got through the gauntlet. Wasn't overly impressive, but it was impressive. But this Tatum thing, man, like it's scary.
Yeah, it's speaking of scary, you know what today is the 6-year anniversary of?
So 6 years takes us back to 2020. And I guess it's the Gobert.
How did you get that? How did you know?
Because I know the anniversary of COVID, when the games were shut down and everything, was March 12th. Right? So, and I knew a few days before that was a big deal. And how it did not age well considering what happened just a few days later. So I figured that's where we were going. So March 9th, 2020. He was being that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But in his defense, I mean, who knew?
Yeah, in his defense, nobody knows. No, at the time. But man, it was not a great moment. I still can't believe that when the NBA shut down, I was in a packed ESPN party.
You were, yeah, because you were at Trog's
farewell's
retirement party
that
I could not go to.
Yeah, why couldn't you go?
Because I had a Ranger game. The Rangers were in Colorado, so I had to do the pre and post.
And you know what's interesting too, with some of we all are affected by COVID differently, and You had one COVID situation that wasn't great, right?
I did go to the hospital, yes. I mean, I wasn't in fear of my life or anything, but
you went to the hospital, right?
I got it pretty bad, and I had pneumonia, so they just put me in the hospital, and they hit me with that drug they gave you to get rid of it. And it was a nuisance, but I was in the hospital for 3 days.
But you went to the hospital for 3 days, which means you had a serious bout of it.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you how crazy things are. Because people from the party I was at, there were multiple people. I think people ended up on ventilators from that party.
The person that I knew personally, that we knew personally, that had it the worst was Ryan Hurley.
Yes.
And he was at that party. And there were people that were at that party that, weren't affected at all. And there was another function, wasn't there? Wasn't there a Barrett thing like a couple of days before that?
Yes.
And we were all together in one of those like really small bars in New York City. And yeah, just it's crazy, and I don't know if you could experience a faster 6 years than these 6 years.
It's insane that's 6 years ago. You can't, even young people have to be like, no, this is fast. Like, this is the fastest ever. And it sucks because I already was someone who obsessed over time going fast. And Alan always talks about it, and he's dead right. COVID literally changed like the algorithm. The whole way the space-time continuum, Don,
right,
as we know it, changed because of COVID. And you'd think it would have slowed time down. It didn't. I don't understand it.
I think it was just because we went a long time without having like major events in our lives, right? We went to, I'm trying to remember, I think it was Ben. I think it was Ben's bar mitzvah, Dave's son.
Yes.
I believe it was Ben's bar mitzvah. Like on March 6th, we all got together. That was the last function I had. It was probably a year and a half before I got together with people like that. So when you go that long a stretch of time and how long we worked from home, so everything felt the same. You're not in your car. You're not driving around. You don't have like moments. We weren't going to games. It was a while. But I was talking to somebody the other day. Like, we should not. There's always those pre and post, like, pre-World War II, post-World War II. I like how things change, right? You shouldn't have two of them in your lifetime. You shouldn't have two of them so close together. Like, we both lived through 9/11, pre and post 9/11, and then less than 20 years later, pre-post COVID. Usually get one of those a lifetime, maybe. And we end up having two.
So far, Don.
Well,
pray to God.
It feels like they're going to be coming more rapidly than they did before.
But that should have been it. Now, speaking of world events on a happier note, okay. I haven't been exactly dialed in yet. But from what's hitting my timeline, it feels like the WBC is picking up a bit, no?
Not in my world, but it does feel like people are really getting into it.
Like watching the way the teams are reacting and treating each moment, it's starting to look pretty cool.
Well,
now it hasn't led to me watching yet. Tonight, Mexico-U.S. is 8:00. So if you want to watch, tonight would be the night to like jump into a primetime game.
I think I'll get into this the way non-hockey fans got into the Olympics, where like preliminary stuff, it wasn't anybody's radar. All of a sudden the game started amping up, and then everybody watched the champion. I could see myself watching the last couple of rounds here, and certainly if the USA makes the final, I'll be all over it. Kind of like what Bob Costa says. It's for diehard baseball fans, and then more people will trickle in. But thinking about it, though, how could you not be into it if you're a player? After what we saw with the men's and women's gold, and just the Olympics in general, how do you not represent your country and not be totally into it less than a month from when our country won gold? Right? Don't you? You'd have to be dead inside not to feel some patriotism and feel hyped to be able to represent your country, right? If not now, then never.
Well, I don't know if I would say it that for the players it may hit them as patriotism. I think it would be more selfishly the excitement when you see the level of interest it causes.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it may not affect them in that way, but just be like, man, it means a lot. People really care about this thing. People are going to dial in. And frankly, Don, baseball, like hockey, could kind of benefit from that when it comes to reaching more audience.
Right, but it's you chose to represent your country, right? Nobody wants to work more, right? I mean, they chose to participate in this. Spring training's already started. They're going to put on a uniform for somebody, right? Whether it's the team they play for or for their country. They chose to play for their country. So there's patriotism in that. And now after what we saw happen, I would think it'd be mostly that. Now, as time goes on, I mean, some of these buildings have been packed. So, yeah, when you see people are into it, you're going to be into it. But you still chose to represent your country, right? You didn't go to the WBC for money. You didn't go to the WBC to get extra reps. You went to the WBC because you wanted to represent your country.
The unfortunate thing for the United States team is if you look at all of these pools, the 4 pools, the amount of countries that you can count up that at this moment in time have some sort of legitimate beef with the United States is incredibly high. The amount of teams that are going to have an extra incentive to try to crush us is very high, Don. You look up and down the board here. You got Canada. You got Puerto Rico. You got Cuba. You got Venezuela. You got China. There are a lot of teams here that are probably a little extra excited to try to get their licks at the U.S. And remember, it's baseball. This isn't hockey. The U.S. are always the big dog in an event like this. Yes. We will always be the favorite. It's the same as the NBA. Everyone's always coming at the U.S.
It's interesting you say, like, do you think the players feel that more than, hey, I want to beat the big dog? Like, do you think what's going on in the world motivates them at all? I mean, they all play here.
From what I gather, there's a chance Canada would feel that way. If you look at how the public in Canada sort of feels about things.
But unless you play for the Blue Jays, you live in the United States. You play for an American team, right? You're probably you most likely maybe married an American woman.
Great song, by the way.
It is. I don't know if that is part of the motivation.
I think it's probably hyper personal for each person how they feel about all of it. But either way, I will say every time I've looked at my Twitter, I see more highlights that make me compelled to watch this thing. Is it on right now? What are the games at this moment, actually?
I think it's a good time to do it, right? Because it feels like it's the dog days of the NBA. Like, all right, let's get to the playoffs already. You got the teams that are tanking and people battling for position. Teams battling for position doesn't create much movement. It's like, all right, let's get to the playoffs. Same thing in the NHL, right? You got a handful of teams that are trying to get in, but now it's just, all right, let's just get ready. Trade deadline's over. Now let's just get ready for the postseason. So now's the time to do it, right?
And Don, tonight's, if you're interested, tonight's Mexico-U.S. game, both teams 2-0, is a Fox proper vehicle. That is not an FS1. That is on network television tonight.
I'd be interested to see what the ratings are.
Well, we're almost done. You play 4 games in the group and then move on, right? Everybody plays each other?
Teams have already been eliminated.
So, yeah, teams are done. Shout out to Brazil. Not sure how popular baseball is in Brazil, but they went 0-4 already in group play. It's not what you're looking for.
Yeah, right now, Group A has much to be decided. Colombia and Panama are eliminated, but Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Canada still are eligible to make it through.
How do you know that you? How do you get through?
You have to be top 2.
Top 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Pool C is Japan, Korea. They are in. The rest are out. Australia, Chinese Taipei, and Czechia.
Well, and tonight, so that means tonight's huge for the U.S., though.
Yes.
Because Mexico, Italy, and U.S. are all 2-0.
That's correct.
And only the top 2 are getting through.
Correct.
So you don't want to lose this game.
No, you do not.
You know what the problem is with Chinese Taipei is too much Chinese, not enough Taipei. You know what I mean? That's what I'm sensing what happened with them. But they're sitting at 2-2. They're still alive. Sorry. That joke worked better when it was my Trinidad and Tobago joke. Not enough Tobago. Oh, no.
Yeah,
it was too much Tobago. It was when Trinidad and Tobago beat the U.S. to keep us out of the World Cup, and Gunling and I were joking that it was just too much Tobago. Yeah. They did not account for Tobago.
But as good as that is, that's still a dad joke. The one you just told now about
it's beyond.
Chinese Taipei, that's like a stepdad joke.
It's step-granddad, perhaps. Dominican Republic is cruising. I don't know if you saw the Tatis walk-off against Israel. By the way, when Israel and Dominican Republic get together in a game of baseball, you throw the record books out. You know what I mean?
Whatever those records may be.
And the Dominican Republic is 3-0 currently. Venezuela 2-0.
They've advanced. They're the 2 out of that pool.
It's done.
Yes.
You know, it's shocking to see that they got past. It's shocking to see that DR and Venezuela got past Netherlands Israel, and Nicaragua. I never would have guessed that.
And as you said, too much Chinese, not enough Taipei, they are eliminated.
Oh,
Japan,
they're out?
It's Japan and Korea in that group. They have clinched.
But why? Taipei is 2-2, and so is Korea.
Listen, I'm just telling you what MLB.com says. I trust them implicitly.
Well, Korea's probably got the tiebreaker.
Yeah, they do. I guess run differential, they're +9. Chinese Taipei is -1.
That'll do it.
Is there anything weirder? Of all the countries in the tournament, the weirdest sounding baseball teams that I just go, what? Have to be, number one has to be Great Britain. I just talk about something I do not think of. Is a British baseball team. I don't know why, Don.
I think cricket.
Yeah,
right?
Or critic.
Well, you know who's on that team?
Go ahead.
Jazz Chisholm.
Yaz is on Great Britain?
He is.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily nonsense. If I'm not mistaken, he is from an island that's a British isle.
Oh.
Because he's from the Bahamas.
All right. Well, I mean.
Oh, I see.
I get it. And that's interesting.
But aren't technically most of us eligible to play for Great Britain?
Austin Wells is on the Dominican Republic.
Austin Wells is on the Dominican Republic team. I didn't know Austin Wells was Dominican.
The Italian team celebrates home runs with individual espresso shots. I enjoy that.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's fun.
I've seen some fun celebrations.
I think I'd be able to play for Team Italy because my grandfather and grandmother were born in Italy. I think that was enough to be able to do it, or if I had skill.
Well, yeah, I still think you need the just being Italian isn't enough to make the team. As far as
I think that because I'm also coming back to Ramapo. Was the last time I played organized baseball, but when I got cut as a freshman, the best I could hope for at that point was being good enough to maybe be eligible for Team Italy because my grandparents were born in Italy.
And did you dream of that?
I mean, that'd be something. I mean, there was no WBC back then, but
it would have been. Yeah, I don't know what you would have done with it, but it would have been something. But no, Great Britain, weird to have a baseball team. Brazil, weird to have a baseball team. Czechia, come on, dude. Who's playing on that? Could I have made the Chechen team? Is there a chance?
I don't think so.
Because
again, none of those guys are actually from there,
right? I guess not. I think Israel has a few big leaguers.
No, they've had a league out there.
And I think
who was it that went out there and managed, Anthony? There was somebody with local ties that went to Israel and managed in a professional league there, like a former Met or Yankee. Why does that strike me? Somebody on social media will remind me. But there was somebody, a former coach or a former player of the Mets and Yankees that went out there. They have organized baseball. Had it for a long time.
No, and there's some Jewish American players that have gotten on the team, for sure.
Harrison Bader's on it.
Harrison Bader's on Israel?
Yep.
Very interesting.
There are no, and I'm talking like you're talking, there's guys that are in like the farm systems of these places. Czechia did not have anybody in Major League Baseball's farm system.
At all?
No.
All the names are just like Chechen names?
It's just, no, you literally can look players by MLB team on MLB. I looked, there is no Chechen.
Now, hold on. Now, I want to look this up, though. Let's see. How did Czechia do in their actual games?
Not great, Bob. I think they actually have to re-qualify for the next World Baseball Classic.
They're not invited back.
At the level that they're at, you have to actually, if you do poorly in these tournaments, like Don knows with hockey and everything else, you could get relegated. You'd have to go back into a relegation tournament.
How about this? Chinese Taipei is not great. As I said, they're 1-2 and they have a -1 run differential. Chinese Taipei beat Czechia 14-0 on Friday.
That's not very good.
That's Chinese Taipei.
Right.
Okay, Korea beat Czechia 11-4 the day before that. Australia, I don't think of as baseball very, very much. Anyways, let's talk to the people here. Let's go to Damon, who wants to get in here about some Knicks talk. Damon, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Hey guys.
Hey, man.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Oh, okay, listen, this is Damon from Delaware. I called you guys on Friday. We was talking about when the news just dropped about Jayson Tatum coming back, and I wish Alan Hahn was on today because I would love to hear what he had to say, because I tried to tell you guys, Boston is nothing to be played with. They are the bigger threat, in my opinion, to our title chances than Detroit, because we would face them first. Now, a lot could happen with our schedules. They're 2.5 games back. right now, so it could be some interchangeable parts. But I still say Boston, the way Jayson Tatum went down that Game 6 when he was cooking us that game, yes, they might not have still won, but I feel like they have blood in their eyes when they see our team just as much as the Detroit Pistons. I would love to get you guys answers. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
I would say he's 100% right, but will he be able to stay healthy through the whole thing? But the whole team's got a chip on their shoulder after what happened last year. And now they're on a mission. It is a problem. Now, the only reason I don't think it's a devastating problem is because I'd like to see if he's going to be able to keep this up, because this is unreal. To come back in 10 months from an Achilles and play at this level and not re-injure himself the way Kobe did?
Well, that's the scary part, right?
Or just hit a wall and be in it. But dude, if he's going to play like this or some facsimile of this, that's a problem. The Celtics are going to be a problem. That's why they're the favorites.
You freaked me out a little bit, Don. I sort of feel like as good as things are going for Tatum right now, at any moment, that's the scary part, is it can all come crashing down so bad.
Well,
but he does look really sturdy, especially Sunday. Oh, yeah. He looked pretty sturdy.
But can we say this? That if he stays healthy the rest of the way, and the Celtics just make it to the finals, how is this not one of the greatest stories in the history of the NBA? How is it not? Torn Achilles, comes back the next year and leads his team to the finals? What other story is like that? Like Adrian Peterson came back, but he didn't lead him to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, what would be the equivalent of that devastating an injury that usually cost you the entire next season? This would be like somebody coming back from Tommy John surgery and comes back the next year and leads his team to a World Series. Like, is there any? I'm talking about a pitcher, not an everyday player, because everyday players can come back from
not a glass of water.
John. I'm not. I don't. Am I being hyperbolic?
No, it would be insane. And I have to imagine that as crazy a place as Boston generally is, I might have to go to a playoff game this year. This, as crazy as Boston generally is when it comes to the playoffs in this team, can you imagine like how on fire that place will be if Tatum's playing well and they're like dominating early in the playoffs? Don, they will immediately have the biggest home court advantage in the playoffs.
And it's a great point. And also, there's a lot of people that hate the Celtics. But if you're neutral and don't care, how do you not instantaneously become a Celtic fan with that story? You would be totally rooting for them to make a run. That's why, to me, it feels like that's quite the leap. There have to be an obstacle or two.
Here, let's hear from Alan on Get Up this morning. Are the Celtics the team to beat in the East?
They absolutely are, because they're the most complete team, and they defend better than anyone. They're the one team in the East that you can trust the most because of the coaching they have, because of the season they've had, and the fact that they defend as a team. They play in a system, Wendy has talked about this, that is remarkable, that they just plug and play players that you might not have heard of, and they all know their roles.
Well, there you go.
It's a scary thing for the rest of the league, man.
Well, think about that. You're having people say the Celtics are scary. And, oh, by the way, the other team that's in your conference you haven't beaten all year. And that's what you're going to have to get through to get to the finals. Again, I'm not saying you can't do it, but how is that not scary?
No, I bet this team is going to be a problem in the playoffs. And if I were to bet it, you know where I'd do it, Don?
FanDuel.
That's right. FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single day through March 15th. From now till the final 68's revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. Trust me, you do not want to miss a single day. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration to max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't my doing 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month. 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears.
Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM.
Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-372-2017. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-372-2017. 800-372-2017. 800-372-2017.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. No relief in Nassau County, Southern State eastbound. Still have this crash right before the Meadowbrook jam there. Delays go back to Franklin Avenue and Valley Stream. Hutch Drawbridge back up in the Bronx. Second time this afternoon. You're stopped there on both sides. Really not an easy ride heading over to the outbound Georgia, especially tough on the West Side Highway northbound over by West 125th. Broken down car in the right lane. Delays there go back into the 50s. Inbound George just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln Arena about 15 to 20. Outbound Hahn 20 to 30. Stop and go ride on the Staten Island Expressway westbound heading over to the West Shore from right after the Verrazano on through. This report is sponsored by the Weather Bug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with the Weather Bug. It's easy to use so the weather never takes you by surprise. Download the free Weather Bug app in the App Store today. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is...
We're going to rub football all over ourselves today.
I did consume a lot of football back in the day, pre-kids, in my underwear.
The NFL Binge.
You watching every game, baby? Are you watching?
Big NFL binge here today on a Monday, a beautiful Monday here in the Tri-State.
Oh, my God, is it nice.
Oh, yeah. Don, tomorrow we might be on the roof, huh?
There was video sent to me earlier by Anthony that they were on the roof today.
Well, no. Only I went up to the roof.
Oh.
And I have a very disappointing revelation for everybody.
Oh, no. What happened?
The cushions aren't there.
They're not ready yet for us.
So you could sit at the table that's in the back corner. But the cushions where we usually sit...
Like to sit like gentlemen.
They're not there.
So you're saying the ceiling's not the roof?
It could be if you wanted it to be, unfortunately.
No, the roof is actually just a ceiling, is what he's saying.
It was nice up there today, though. I'll say that.
Now, before we get into this big binge of lots of NFL stuff, Anthony, what can you tell me about the Rickleball?
Oh, Rickleball Madness.
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen. It's going to be, first of all, I believe that this is actually big. This isn't even Rickleball Madness. There's a site survey, I believe, tomorrow, which doesn't sound exciting to anybody else, but I believe it's Jordan and Gabby tomorrow facing off against Dave and Rick in a preliminary match just to see how this is going to go.
Feel it out.
So this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm very curious. They think they're going to crush them.
So this
Rick
is
and
a
Dave.
warm-up.
So it's a warm-up.
Gabby and who?
Gabby and Jordan. From our sales department, on our sales side, they're going to face Rick and Dave tomorrow when they go through the walkthrough at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. Now, the big day is Friday, March 20th. Okay? You can catch a live broadcast of DiPietro and Rothenberg starting at 6 a.m.
That's your ace.
Then you stick around for our social ladder pickleball tournament. Don, I heard you were asking about this and you wanted answers. I don't know if I can give you the full description, but essentially what it is once you lose, you go into a pool of the rest of the teams that have lost, and then there's a possibility that Rick and Dave get split up if they lose and play with other people.
Oh my!
So you have a chance to play with Rick and Dave. This is going to be a big tournament.
People are excited for the Rickleball.
We're going to crown champions. Then, don't forget, March Madness right around the corner.
Oh, you bet your ace!
Right into a college hoops watch party to cap off the day. You could sign up now on the ESPN New York app. Spots are limited. Just scroll down. You could find the little tile for Rickleball Madness, brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball.
Wait, are you saying to me right now, as I live and breathe, that we are jumping into all the tournaments this week?
We are in the conference tournaments this week.
I cannot believe this.
Next week, and this is going to be the discussion as a family when Alan gets back tomorrow, either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, we are going to have to do our Drop Madness bracket reveal.
I can't wait.
And I think it's going to be on the show. It's really, quite frankly, the only way we could do it.
And quite frankly, it's very exciting.
Am I wrong to be more excited about that than the actual March Madness?
Not necessarily.
How about this, Don? A friend reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to be in my family pool? And I'm not kidding, guys. This was my number one thing in life was the tournament.
He's good now.
And I thought, I don't even think I'm going to bother this year.
Sorry, bro.
I know. Guys, tell me out there. Tell me in the chat on our YouTube, ESPN New York. Is it just me? Like, did I just get older? Is it because Maryland switched conferences? Is it because I don't want to even do a bracket anymore?
This is an NFL bingey, but I do love it.
We got to get to the binge.
Shout out Rod Strickland, LIU Brooklyn, friend of the show.
Oh, I love Rod Strickland.
Friend of the program.
My guy.
Going to the dance.
They're in.
They won their conference.
At large?
They are going.
Oh,
no, they won the conference. They're in.
Don't get me wrong. There'll be moments where I'll be in, but like
that makes me in.
I'm
I've
not
heard, by the
overall
way.
in it. Because how about this, real quick, and then we'll get to the bench.
Please.
Yeah, it's time.
So I'm listening this morning, and the Buffalo Sabres are on a huge toot.
Oh,
it's 7 in a row.
Well, that ENN, we got to cover that game.
A toot is not even a way to describe it.
All right, you're covering it in ENN?
Wait, we got. Can we play audio of the winner?
Probably. Yeah, I can get
Yeah, we got to break that down.
I will save what I'm going to say for ENN because we got the bench. Just remind me, Anthony.
Of course I'll remind you. It's a big game. It's RJ's finally happy to be a Sabres fan. There's a lot going on.
God bless.
Dave said something that made me want to punch him in the nose.
Oh, I didn't hear this. All right, now I'm excited. Tune into ENN, 6 o'clock today, as always. There was a lot going on today.
Fill us in.
We mentioned the Giants and the Jets moves, but there were far bigger moves that happened around the league. One of them, really touching this show, of course. Travis Kelce reportedly announces he will return for a 14th season to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank God.
I'm good.
I knew you were good. That's why I started with it.
Well, no. You know what makes you good? The really good news is if you root for another team, not the Chiefs, you know Travis Kelce is good to have 2 or 3 touchdowns bounce off his hands.
Well, I don't know if they're going to have to need him in the red zone because the Super Bowl MVP,
Go ahead.
Kenneth Walker III, has agreed to a 3-year, $43.05 million base contract with the Kansas City Chiefs, $28.7 million fully guaranteed. Sources tell ESPN's Brady Henderson. So the MVP of the Super Bowl goes to Kansas City and adds to the Mahomes and Kelce group. They get everything, don't they?
Why does it seem like these teams it just never ends?
For the good teams?
The good teams. They keep getting good players.
Because teams want to go.
But why don't my teams ever want to be good? Why can't we be great? You know what the Commanders done so far today? They re-signed Laramie Tunsil. Cool.
Good
That's
deal.
Good.
It's a good deal.
They signed Marcus Mariota to another year at backup. Grand. Wonderful. And we extended our great punter, Tress Way, to another year. All 3 moves I'm fine with. All 3 moves are good. Nothing exciting, Don. Zero movement.
If I'm not mistaken, about 19 minutes ago, they signed Odafe Oweh to a 4-year, $100 million deal, $68 million guaranteed.
I did see that.
Should I be excited about Odafe Oweh?
He's defensive end from the Chargers.
He's a pass rusher. You
Pass
guys
rusher?
needed that.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
It's not
Take it all
nothing.
back now.
I don't know. I don't
wish
want to
I
take
knew
it all
him.
back.
I wish I knew Odafe Oweh better. But that's it. That's something. Getting a $25 million pass rush or something.
The Packers have released 2-time Pro Bowl center Elgin Jenkins. Is Ballard going to tell me that he is the next great Hall of Fame tight end?
Now, listen, I've had enough of Ballard because
really.
Well,
this is interesting.
He was on me about Malik Willis. Look how much money Malik's going to get. Look how much Malik's going to get paid. He's going to get $30 million. I went, I see it maxing out in the high 20s.
Well, I'm so glad you said that, Peter.
Well, because he's not bright.
Everyone says the writing on the wall, of course, because Hafley went from the Packers, and I believe they got the GM. Miami did from Green Bay.
Sure, you bet.
They signed quarterback Malik Willis, as you pointed out, Peter, a 3-year, $67.5 million deal with the Miami Dolphins. That averages out to, as you said, in the $20 million range. And I think we texted the guarantees, and it's not the whole contract is not fully guaranteed.
No, it's not. It's in the 40s is guaranteed.
$45 million guaranteed.
Listen, it's fine. It's going to work out for him.
I've got breaking news.
I'd love to hear it.
According to Adam Schefter, Tua is off the table.
Off the table? I was about to tell you he was on the table.
No.
Where's he going?
A 1-year contract with
the Tua Tagovailoa is going where?
The Atlanta Falcons.
Oh. Now that's interesting because if I'm not mistaken, Michael Penix is a lefty, correct?
I think so.
So he and Tua are left-handed, so it makes sense that if you're going to set up an offense to get your wide receivers comfortable, you have a guy that has the same handedness.
I guess so.
Actually, what they're going to do is they're going to have a surgery and mold them into one quarterback.
That'll be
one that
decent.
doesn't have concussion problems and one that doesn't have bad knees.
Can you do that?
We haven't seen it yet.
Like a Frankenstein
We haven't seen it yet.
If anybody can come up with the technology before anybody else, it would be the NFL.
Well, what's interesting there, and we also know that the Raiders have released Geno Smith. And we've mentioned quarterbacks that are available and who they could be available for. Malik Willis is a Dolphin. We just found out that Tua is a Falcon. Kyler Murray. And you're
Spud Murray.
And now Geno Smith
Who's Spud Murray?
Now Geno wanted to go to Miami. Obviously, he's not going to have the opportunity to go there. Do you see a scenario, guys, where he goes back to the Jets?
Yes. I would say he's the favorite now.
Really?
I could see a world.
No.
You
said it was Carson Wentz.
Well, I say what I was going to just say.
How about Jameson Winston?
Is that I see a world in which they're both Jets.
Oh, wow. Like you dream about.
Okay, that could be interesting.
And when I say like you dream about, I don't know who you is because no one would dream about it. But.
It didn't. Now this one didn't happen today.
Well, you're kidding.
But there's very little.
There's no Binge on Sunday.
That's correct. And this isn't a knock on us, but it takes a lot to move the entire chat. Max Crosby getting traded to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks. That's a chat mover.
That's again.
That was movement.
Again, why is it always got to be the same damn good teams? Why couldn't I have had Max Crosby?
Now listen, very quietly. This has not been a bad offseason to start for the Raiders. You're most likely going to get your franchise quarterback in Fernando Mendoza, unless something crazy happens.
I mean, or the one you think is going to be your franchise quarterback.
You traded away a franchise player in Max Crosby, but did get 2 first-round picks out of it, and one of the best free agent centers, if not the best free agent center, and one of the best offensive linemen available in Tyler Lindenbaum. Oh, you sign him to a record 3-year, $81 million deal with $60 million guaranteed, the highest paid interior offensive lineman in NFL history.
Good Lord.
That's a lot of money. And
a lot of money.
If the Giants were interested, they weren't interested at that price.
Not at that price. That's a lot of money, but you know what? He's a lot of player. I guess they got
a lot of player.
Cap. They're going to have to protect Mendoza.
Well, that's always the thing, right, Don?
Just the more I talk to people, the feeling Mendoza's not going to be the guy. And the Raiders have no choice but to take him. How do you need a quarterback and not take the projected number 1 pick in the draft? But I just don't see it working. Has anybody said publicly that this guy is going to be great? Or he just happens to be the best quarterback in a terrible quarterback draft?
He happens to be, in my mind, the way that it's being described is he happens to be the best quarterback in what is seemingly considered a lackluster class. But I saw what he did to a very good Miami defense. I don't think he's going to be bad, but you're going to a team that, quite frankly, is Jets-esque in how they handle their quarterbacks. Geno Smith was released because he couldn't get it done there after having some success in Seattle.
There's a hot take.
What's that? Go ahead.
Those don't go well for us.
This is going to. Well, I was trying to tell Peter when we talked over the weekend. Like, hot take almost is like, all right, brace yourself for silliness. But anyway.
Absolutely.
This isn't so much silly as that, I think you could make the case that the gap between college football and the NFL is gargantuan compared to the NBA. And I think we get caught up because, Miami's a really good team and they run a pro-style offense, yada, yada, yada. I just think that I've seen too many busts. I've seen it doesn't translate because the gap is humongous. I know it's popular, so everybody watches, and we treat it like it's the NFL, and it gets ratings like the NFL. It's not the NFL.
No, nothing.
So the fact that he tore up Miami and did that, I don't think it matters. It doesn't translate.
The internet is having a lot of fun with the pictures of the Atlanta quarterback room.
Okay.
I just saw one that was so not appropriate. It said a look at the Falcons quarterback room, and it's a picture of Penix in the hospital a real picture where both of his legs are in full casts, and then the split screen is the picture of Tua on the ground when he's concussed and his fingers up in the air.
That's not right.
It's not, Don. It's not right.
It's not right.
Now, that is such that by the way, the NFC South always continues to be an interesting division.
If that's a nice word for it.
Because
interesting is in I don't care.
No, interesting is in it's like meeting a man or woman who's hideous and you say they're interesting.
Like
it's that kind of interesting. Don, they're really charming. Great personality on the NFC South.
Like if Tua plays at the level that we saw him play in Miami, where you thought this guy could be top 10 in the league MVP level, which didn't last very long, but it happened. In a division like that, you could see the Falcons once again contending for that division.
And I'm good
at 8 and 9.
Right.
But that's just anyway.
What you're saying is, Peter, is you're so ugly, but I can't look away.
Yeah, I have to stare at you, but it's not because you're hot. It's because you're
moly.
Right. I'm Maisie's Uncle Wart.
Speaking
Fuck
of that,
melanoma, Maisie's Uncle Wart is what I'm saying.
Speaking of that NFC South and going into Peter's theme of in this negotiating window for the NFL of why do all the good teams get everything, Mike Evans, no longer a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Do you guys see this one?
It surprised me.
3 years, Don, $60.4 million with RJ's San Francisco 49ers.
Which, you know what that says to me?
Draft Mike Evans in fantasy?
Exactly. It says to me that Mike Evans still has gas in the tank. Because the 49ers, and I heard actually that the commies are interested in Brandon Ayuk. But the 49ers are good on Brandon Ayuk, but they want to bring in Mike Evans. To me, that says Mike Evans still got some gas in the tank.
Is Brandon Ayuk interested in playing football?
I don't know.
Or was he just not interested in playing football for
the 49ers?
The 49ers.
I don't know.
That's the thing that I would I'm sure that everyone's going to do their due diligence. That's what I would be asking.
That's what you're concerned
because it didn't seem like he wanted to play football. And I think that's a big.
I would think that's a prerequisite to play football.
What, someone who wants to play football?
To play football?
Yeah, well.
Just me.
Well, listen, we know that John Harbaugh wants guys that want to play football.
Yeah, he said it several times in the press conference.
Right? He wants to play football. Alec Pierce, staying with the Colts. This is some deal. 4 years.
I wanted the Giants to get him.
For 4 years and $116 million, Don, I don't think that was the number.
No, that's not the number.
That they would have been comfortable with.
I wanted him, but that's
You're good.
That's outrageous.
He's very good.
No, I wanted them, but then, and then you find out the price. There's a lot of things I want. I look at the price tag, I walk away.
And now you wonder to yourself, but wait a minute, didn't the Colts have Michael Pittman Jr.?
Sure.
They did. Not anymore.
No.
He was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers in a swap of late-round draft picks. So Michael Pittman goes to the Steelers after Alec Pierce signs a massive extension to stay with the Colts. And that, my good friends, is the NFL binge.
Well, it's a hell of a binge. And there's a lot.
Was that really the end, or did you just? I'm ran out of music now.
Ran out of music. It's 4:44. There are a lot more deals to happen, but I think it was a good time to get out of here.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you made the right choice.
Thank you.
And I also think it's time for, as we go to break here, Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time.
It's Tully time.
It's Tully time.
There you go. I got jumped.
Knicks and the Clips.
I'm sorry.
That's on 880 at 9:30. Hockey Ranger against the Flyers. Should we even count those as games still?
No, Anthony's going to watch every
I'm
second.
going to watch every second of it.
God, he's a freak. That's at 10:50 on. That's on 10:50 at 6:30. The coverage
somewhere.
And the Nets and the Nuggets at 7:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tully or try the new Tullamore Dew honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. What do you want to talk about, folks? 1-800-919-3776. Did you take anything big from the Knicks running the gauntlet? How do you feel about how they did? How do you feel about the moves of your Giants and Jets over the last several hours? 1-800-919-3776.
Breece Hall tweets.
And the Breece Hall tweets we got to get to as well. Should we say that? Is that a 5 o'clock? Start off the 5 o'clock hour conversation?
It's football.
We'll talk to you guys. Exactly. It's football. So much to do. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. The Rookie and Explorer packages are now available. All Yankees Universe members receive a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and MLB audio at bat. Plus, Rookie members get an official New York Yankees t-shirt. A portion of all proceeds benefits pediatric cancer research at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Join Yankees Universe today at Yankees.com/universe.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
ESPN New York is teaming up with Calandra's Bakery to give you the chance to win a pair of tickets to see New York take on Charlotte Sunday, April 12th at Madison Square Garden. Entering is easy. Stop by Calandra's Bakery on Bloomfield Avenue in Caldwell, New Jersey anytime between March 4th and April 7th to enter in person. Full details and contest rules are on the ESPN New York app. Don't miss your shot to be there live. Brought to you by Calandra's Bakery in Caldwell, home of fresh-baked classic Italian pastries and traditions baked daily.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios-based monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Soto is having a blast playing for the Dominican Republic. And he said that this ranks up with the most fun years of his career, 2019 and 2024. Yankee fans, I see it building on social media now how you're going to jump Mets. See, you like being a Yankee more than a Met. I don't think it's fair. Maybe he absolutely loves being a Met. But in terms of the season, he didn't enjoy it. Why would he enjoy not making the playoffs?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
How we not get any Biggie yet today? It's the anniversary of his passing today, Jacob. 29 years.
No way.
29 years ago, Biggie died today. Crazy. Talk about time flying.
That was in the 90s.
That's right. It was the late 90s. 29 years ago. Unfriggin' real.
So that's 97.
That's right. I was 17 years old. 29. It's now been double my 17 since then, and plus 5. That doesn't even make sense. I can't even figure it out.
So think about this. I was 29. So I lived as long as he's been gone now, right?
Again.
That's crazy.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening out here.
Yeah, my dad died in May of 97. So that's going to be going 29 years.
Wow.
Crazy. Time does fly, Anthony. Get ready. Hold your horse.
Yeah, and then all the joking, all the making fun of us for our 90s talk, he's going to understand, won't he? When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. You know what I mean?
Nice.
He's going to be talking about the 20 teens.
Somebody's
going to tell him, oh,
really? Was that the 90s? Mocking them, mocking the old. Let's talk to the people. Speaking of the old.
Hi, Peter. Hi, Don. Don, I don't know if this is a fact. Yesterday's Buffalo and Tampa hockey game.
Yeah.
8-7 Buffalo won.
Right.
Yes.
14 goals were scored in the second and third period. I don't know if this is a fact, but this is the way my brain thinks. 14 goals in 2 periods, the only time in the history of hockey where one goalie wasn't pulled from a game. 14 goals in 2 periods? That's unbelievable.
You would think somebody would have gotten pulled at that point.
I mean, I can't imagine, and Don, I've never agreed with you more in my life. I mean, this is 200%. Jayson Tatum, this is a medical story. I mean, his surgeon should be brought to his attention. This is a human interest story beyond anything. This is fantastic. I mean, this was like when Michael Vick came back after being incarcerated for, the poor guy, what he did and all that. I hated that guy, too. I hated him on the telephone commercials. He was an arrogant guy. I just never liked Michael Vick. But after he came back and served its time, I was his biggest fan. I rooted. Same thing with Jayson Tatum and the Celtics. Nobody can hate the Celtics more than me. But every time Jayson Tatum is on the court, I'm rooting like hell for him. I think it's a medical marvel, it's unbelievable. All right, Saturday night, Pistons up by 16 against the Nets, halftime. Okay. What do you think, Vegas, the odds were at halftime if you got the Nets? 10-1? Has to be 10-1.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, lastly, I'm going to leave you with this, fellas. A few weeks ago, I brought up, and Don, you said that what I brought up was interesting. More iconic venue, the Garden or the Stadium. Now, I bring you back 55 years ago yesterday was the 55th anniversary of probably the biggest event in my lifetime in New York, the Ali Frazier one. When it was unbelievable. It lived up to everything, 1971.
Right.
So I ask you guys, which of the three were the biggest to you? These are the three I come up with. The Ali Frazier fight, Reggie's Game 6, and the Willis game in 73. Are there any? What would you go 1, 2, 3, or if you have something ahead of them? Now, also note this: in the history of Yankee Stadium, fellas, in the last 70 years, there has not been a Game 7 at Yankee Stadium. I think 1957 against Milwaukee. That was it. Since then, there has not been a Game 7 World Series game at Yankee Stadium. Which I'd love to ask Michael. Does he think that in his lifetime he's going to, another 30, 35 years, it'll happen? Anyway, so give me your three. 1, 2, 3. Garden with the Ali Frazier, the Reggie Game 6, which is as close as you can get to a Game 7 at Yankee Stadium, and the Ali Frazier fight or the Willis game.
I would probably put Ali Frazier 1, Willis 2, the Reggie 3.
Nothing else? Hockey, anything else? Don, anything? Soccer? Any other event? Anything?
I mean, obviously.
Secretariat? The other thing I was thinking is Secretariat at Belmont?
Well, yeah, that would by how much it won
by.
The
Triple Crown?
Yeah, that's still that iconic picture where you see the jockey looking back and you could barely see second and third in his rearview mirror. I don't know.
No Subway Series games felt huge in 2000?
No, Don. Peter, those were afterthoughts. No, none of them had suspense.
No. I'd have to think about going back to the 4th.
Or maybe some of the callers will call. I mean, and I'm talking about New York, specifically the Garden and the Stadium. Those two.
But the thing with the Ali Frazier thing is that you're talking about an event that was built up for a while. What was it? Life magazine hired Frank Sinatra to take pictures. There were lines of limousines out. So the fact that you knew it was coming made it a big deal. Like, you didn't know Reggie was going to hit 3 home runs.
Right.
You didn't know Willis was going to come out of the tunnel. That's it. He goes so rapid fire that what else did he say?
Well, the thing that he said about Detroit was up 16.5
right
against the Nets. What do you think the odds were? Well, you and I were both sure he was going to then tell us.
No, I know him enough to know he wasn't. There was not going to be any payoff to that.
That made no sense then. That's not interesting. Without the payoff, there's nothing. It's this.
I know Cunningham didn't play. But, that just tells you this regular season is just Tonka truck. The Nets should not go to Detroit and beat the Pistons. I don't care who's playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a complete joke.
So, obviously, but there was something else he said. I'm like, I'd like to get to these things, but he doesn't let you answer.
I know. It's crazy. Now, I saw a thing moving around on TikTok the other day of, a Tyson fight. I think it was it was maybe Tyson McNeely. It was, right when he got out of jail. Okay. And it was showing the moment before the fight started, the celebrities in attendance. Don, I don't think we'll ever hit that again. I do not think in sports we will ever see an event again where that many A-list people would gather around the ring to watch someone fight. I don't think
that dog.
What do you mean that dog? Oh, the fight? I know, a complete bum. It's just to see the guy knock someone out. That's the only thing you're there for.
But do you remember the list? Did you have it there handy?
I'm going to pull it up. It was psychosis. It is pure, unadulterated psychosis. Now, we've been talking about Breece Hall, but we haven't yet read the tweets. Breece has some thoughts on what the Jets are deciding to do, and we will get to that, plus talk to you guys next, the big 5 o'clock hour on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single day through March 15th. From now till that final 68 is revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. Trust me, this is one of the best months on the sports calendar, and you don't want to miss a single day. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. From now till that final 68 is revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Often required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. We're going to start off in Jersey. If you're heading over to the inbound, George, you might want to stay away from Route 4 eastbound. Over by Queen Anne Road in Teaneck, a big crash involving an overturned car. Only one lane is squeezing by, starting to back up there into Paramus. After that, looking pretty good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Georgia, better ride on the West Side Highway northbound. Broken down car picked up in the 120s. Deegan northbound at a standstill heading over to the Cross Bronx. Looks like we could have something brewing. Delays there go back across the Triborough and up onto the Bruckner. Outbound Lincoln already about 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Hull in a half hour plus. New crash on the Southern State eastbound in Nassau County. Left lane blocked by the Wantagh. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York. on a gorgeous Monday, like you dream about.
Wow.
And how
Hope
about
he comes through again?
Oh, he always does. What's he got?
The video of TV introducing all the celebrities at Tyson McNeely.
He pulled it up right now. Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's look at it together, Don. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Here's the celebrity package who are at the Tyson fight Peter reference. All right, Don, I'm hitting play. You ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. All right. Out of the gate, it's Denzel, Donald Trump and Ivanka, Jim Carrey and wife, Nick Cage, Ali, Arnold, Jordan. Who was that? I'm losing it. I paused it.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. I'm at Bruce Willis, Demi Moore, Steven Spielberg, Spike Lee. I missed some. Tommy Hearns.
Sylvester Stallone.
Jack Nicholson.
The Rock.
Eddie Murphy. I think there was a Pitt and Aniston.
Spike Lee, Steven Spielberg.
Oh, no. That was Tarantino I missed.
Jack Nicholson.
It's like
Madonna, Eddie Murphy.
There was Madonna too?
Yeah. You got to be kidding me.
No, it's never happening again, folks.
No.
That's not. This was it. This was. If you missed Tyson in his prime, this was it.
All right. Other than the boxers, all right, because not all of them are A-list. In boxing circles, Hearns is A-list.
By the way, the first one was Will Smith, I think.
Yeah. No, Will Smith.
Oh, Will Smith was first. Got it.
Yes. There is not a. They're all A-list.
I know.
And you know what? Here's the hot take. Still.
I know. Still all A-list. Still, I mean, Chuck Norris and Sly, maybe it's a little bit of a step back.
And obviously what Bruce Willis is going through.
Yeah.
But they're still 12-year-olds know every single person in there outside the boxers.
It's a crazy.
And for nothing burger. In boxing, that would be like, I'm just trying to think of another sporting event. It would be like the Dream Team playing Nicaragua in a basketball game.
Hold on, I'm confused. You know what though? I'm having an issue here.
What's that? What is that issue?
Here, the date of Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely.
Yeah.
Was 95.
Okay.
The reason this is the problem with the internet is they have The Rock in there. Not a thing in 1995.
Unless is The Rock look like somebody? So The Rock, when did he make?
Let me see. Let me make sure that's The Rock.
It looked like The Rock to me.
It's not.
That's The Rock, but they don't. Here's the thing.
They don't. He's the one they don't cron.
They don't font him.
He's the one without a font, though it certainly looks like him.
So who?
But I just wonder, could this be the wrong fight? Because if you jump ahead and it's like Tyson in 97, but even then Rock being there wouldn't be a big thing, right, guys? It would be 98, 99 for Rock to be a thing that you'd show.
Well, the end of the video is showing Tyson, but then there's not showing the opponent. Yeah, because when...
Oh, you know what? Any chance they're way off and it's Tyson Lewis?
Well, where did you come up with the list? Like, where did you see?
I saw that video moving around. It's all the
that's
compilation.
The video you saw.
Yeah,
that can't be right, man. Because if you're telling me that was in 95 and The Rock wasn't a thing. Now, they didn't font him, but that's The Rock.
I'm just asking AI, what celebrities went to Tyson McNeely? And let's see if AI knows or if it goes, who's Tyson McNeely?
But it's not about McNeely. It's just about Tyson back, right? So
yes. All right, it says right here. It says Tyson's first fight, he's back. Tyson versus McNeely. Tyson's first fight after prison, MGM Grand in Las Vegas, was packed with 90s royalty. Music and movies. Michael Jackson, Jim Carrey, George Clooney, Steve Martin, Denzel Washington. TV stars, Seinfeld, Kelsey Grammer, Luke Perry, the Wayans brothers. Donald Trump, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Patrick Ewing, and the national anthem by Johnny Gill. It sounds to me like this combined. They took a thing and combined. That's what I'm guessing. But it doesn't matter. The list that I just read off was just as impressive. Same thing. You're just replacing a couple people with different people. Because Seinfeld's already big in 95. He's prime Seinfeld, right?
That's prime Seinfeld.
We're in the middle of it. Wayans Brothers already big. In Living Color's gigantic. Jim Carrey's huge. They're all big. Okay. Jacob, are you on the air? Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to just
I didn't hear a word.
All right. Talk to us, Jacob.
I'm reading an article from 95, the Spokesman Review, so Spokane, Washington.
All right. I trust anything from the Spokane Review.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
That's where I get my news.
So they're going among a bunch of list of people who were there. So they got Jim Carrey, George Clooney. They have Kelsey Grammer, Seinfeld, Tim Allen, Louis Anderson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gregory Hines, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Francis Ford Coppola, Christian Slater.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, listen, any version you want to take, it's never happening again.
Like Denzel Washington, Larry Holmes, Patrick Ewing. Eddie Murphy's another big name there.
Well, Eddie, listen, a bunch of these, by the way, Don and I don't even need to double check because, like, the Eddie Murphys and Magic Johnsons, they were at every Tyson fight. Like, they were there at a bunch of them. But it's just, this all started with Richard's phone call about the biggest events in the history of New York, which I do think is an interesting conversation.
It is.
And it's hard because history, things obviously evolve over time and things become a bigger deal and a less big deal. And some things are big sort of regionally, Don, that aren't necessarily big everywhere.
Well, like, where would you put the Rangers winning the Cup? It's at the Garden, Game 7.
I mean, that has to be very high, right?
That would be very high. I would think that the Mets clinching the World Series at Shea Stadium in '69 and 86. Well, while you ponder that, I'm big at having the right game plan. On the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control. Protecting your home inside and out. Look at me at Ramapo actually doing a read that doesn't say at the Student Center this weekend.
Yeah, you made
bring
it far.
Canned goods.
You just said I'm at Ramapo. Look at me, which is just like your drop. Now, a lot of people won't remember this in the same way, but a big deal at the time, guys, a big deal. And Don, I don't know how much you'll remember because I know you're not the world's biggest boxing guy. Mm-hmm. But on September 29th, 2001, and I'm not putting this on the list of highest, but in terms of feeling big in New York, September 29th, 2001. So you're 2.5 weeks post 9/11.
Right.
An athlete who was gigantic in New York, and even though it's faded over time, Felix Trinidad fought Bernard Hopkins at MSG. September 29th, 2001. Crazy, crazy boxing match. Now, listen, I know that if you're not into boxing at all and you're not from New York or didn't spend time here at that time, you may not make it to you. But Tito Trinidad versus Hopkins, it was Trinidad's first loss, by the way. That was a big deal to have that in an MSG event 2 weeks after 9/11, et cetera. What about that? The first Yankee game after 9/11, Don?
Or the first, the big
or the World Series game with Bush.
The Mets were the first game in New York post 9/11, and that was the Piazza home run against the Braves. So that would have to be put there. That's considered one of the top moments in Mets history. So that would have to be up there too. But it's a great question. It's a great debate.
That's a fun conversation for the biggest events ever in New York history. It's a fun thing to do.
Eluemunor re-signs with the Giants, 3 years, $39 million. It's good to be an offensive lineman.
All right, here we go. So today the Jets have made some moves, as we reported earlier. Some money has been spent.
Yes.
Nothing gigantic. What's the biggest deal they gave out today?
Well, it's technically not free agency, the Minkah Fitzpatrick, because it was a trade, but it's the money they consumed in the deal. They got him for a 7th-round pick, but he had a big contract, so that freed up the money for the Dolphins to get Willis. So technically not a free agent signing, but it kind of was in the sense that you don't get it. What is he, a 4-time Pro Bowler? For a 7th-round pick.
So yeah, that's not a money thing though, because Breece Hall tweeted 4 hours ago. Damn,
Davis got money too. How much did Davis get, Anthony? I think I got it here.
Looking at it right now.
While you guys pull up the money,
do it.
Breece Hall tweeted, "Damn, we sure got a lot of money in Florham Park. All these contracts dudes signing," with 3 laughing emojis. He then followed it up with, "I definitely be pocket watching in free agency. LMAO, more laughing emojis."
2 years, $22 million.
And the Jets are giving Fitzpatrick a 3-year, $40 million deal, so they paid him as well.
Right, that's it. So so that's big money. That's what he's referring to.
Now, real quick though, I should add that he also posted after that when someone asked him about it. He wrote, "I'm happy we spending. We need to."
Well, both could be true, right? I'm happy they're spending because he got the franchise tag, so he's not going anywhere at least this year. But he wants to know why he can't get a big-time contract and what position do you play? That's it, man. The MVP of the Super Bowl didn't get re-signed by the team that won the Super Bowl. All right? So, and the Chiefs, get a running back because they feel like they're close. If they get Mahomes healthy again, they'll be in competition again. And if they wouldn't do that, they would have drafted. They got the 9th overall pick in the draft, so they probably figured I'd rather do it in free agency than have to deal with it in the draft. But how much more evidence do you need? You play the wrong position. It's a position that's more valued than it was a few years ago, but it's still not valued the way a corner is valued or an edge pass rusher, and certainly not a quarterback. What do you want, man? It's the circumstances. What are you going to do? They even said this draft has loads of talent, lots of running backs and safeties. Not what you draft high. It's the position. Don't be insulted. That's why that 10-year-old kid who wants to play football, when they ask you what position you want to play, don't go to running back. Because if you have aspirations of making it to the NFL, this is what you're going to have to live with. Being great at your job and being undervalued by general managers in the NFL. I don't know what to tell them. It stinks. It stunk for Barkley until Philadelphia needed a running back. But how often do you see, Peter, in his prime, an MVP of a Super Bowl not going back to the team? Very rare.
That is an interesting question, Don.
Now, it happened the rain night with the Mets, but he was older, and it was stupid. The Mets regretted it the second they didn't do it for a lousy $200 million, even in '87. The year after they won the World Series, it was a negligible amount of money, but
it does show you it's all yo-yo, isn't it? There's like any sort of true loyalty, and I'm not blaming player or team, both directions. It's just like as fans, aren't we all we truly are just rooting for laundry?
Yeah, and even they ruined that by having all these different uniform combinations.
They won't even let us root for laundry. Now, it's not always true, obviously. You do have players who just become, a real part of something, it feels like. But, man, to lose someone that pivotal immediately after winning the Super Bowl, such a big piece of that team, immediately out the door.
Because he's going to demand money, and there's a handful of teams that can give it to him because of the position that they're in. But Seattle will replace him. They won't miss him.
I don't know how fun this game would be.
All right.
Okay.
So you just let me know. Kenneth Walker's now the 4th Super Bowl MVP to leave his franchise immediately after winning Super Bowl MVP. Can you name the other 3?
Oh.
The other 3 Super Bowl MVPs who left the team immediately?
Yes.
Give me.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. How are any of these players big time?
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
And none earlier than 1996.
Of course, because that's when men were men.
And, then you bring it in the cap. So you weren't giving out gold watches anymore.
One I don't recognize. The other 2 I recognize.
Oh, so I just have to go.
I'll give Don a hint.
Okay.
That's right.
Bob?
No.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Well, one of them Kirk Street. So
It's not Kirk Street.
Oh,
Think about the other one.
Oh, the
Michigan man.
And one with the Packers.
That's right. Desmond Howard.
Howard.
1997. Left the Packers, went to the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Wow.
Because he won it because of special teams.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
I'm just telling you.
Let's be honest, right? You losing special teams guys is not that big of a deal, right?
The other one was the year before. This player also, ironically enough, went to the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, the who had those picks for the Cowboys when Neil O'Donnell threw all those interceptions? What was his name again? Was it Brown?
Oh, Larry Brown. Very
Brown.
good, Don.
Larry
1996.
Brown. Yeah, that's not anybody.
The next one is in the 2000s. This is the one that I don't recognize.
Oh, this is the one you don't recognize.
I could be wrong. I don't recognize this one. I knew Larry Brown. I knew Desmond Howard. Another defensive player, by the way. So this is the first. Well, no, Desmond Howard did it for special teams, but you could say that Kenneth Walker's the first. No, you can't say he's the first offensive player.
But he's a kid, and he was good. Like, he's definitely, I think, the best of the ones you mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll give you the last one. Dexter Jackson in 2003 went from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Arizona Cardinals.
Like you dream about.
Am I wrong to not know that one?
No.
Okay, I feel better now.
That whole Buccaneers Super Bowl was like...
Did it happen?
Vanilla on vanilla crime. It was like, let's put two... I happen to like vanilla, but you know what I'm saying. It was plain, very, very saccharine. It was the saccharine bowl. The only thing sexy about that Super Bowl was Jerry Rice. So,
oh no, I have breaking news.
That's not evidence. Go ahead.
Give me a news sounder. This is big. Get Michael K on the line. Not literally, but get all the pearl clutchers on the line.
Oh baby, this better be good. You built it up.
The Hawks and the NBA have canceled the Magic City promotion. That's how I feel.
It should have never happened in the first place. Because now you look like a bigger jerk, right? Like nobody noticed this was an issue, and now people go nuts, and now you can't. Honestly, I don't care either way, but it's just not appropriate. And the fact that you thought it was appropriate, thought it was fine, and then you waited for public outcry, now you look like a toolbox. Nobody in the NBA said, yeah, this really? I get we're grown-ups and everything, fine, but come on, man.
It will, listen, either you do it or you don't do it. That's the thing.
Well,
you either do it or you don't do it.
I agree. You either, and if you stand by it and say, hey, I think we can handle it, then you let it ride. But now you look clueless and weak. Because now you succumb to public pressure. Now you're a tool. Now you're a puppet. And honestly, you said pearl clutchers, and is that really what you want? To celebrate a strip club?
Listen, I think that there's certainly downside to it. I don't know that I would love it. I certainly wouldn't want to bring a kid to that event. Just because I don't feel like explaining what it is.
Exactly.
Is there a way to do it? Like, trying to think, could you do it like it's a Saturday night game or I don't know. Is there a way that you could do it and kind of gear it towards adults and know this is not going to be a bring your kids kind of night? Are you allowed to do that? Can you have a night that's kind of like, hey, this isn't aimed for your kids?
I don't think so. Now, I honestly, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Do you see strip clubs advertised during games?
No. Not that I've ever
seen. As much as some of these regionals are hurting for ad revenue. Have you ever watched a Ranger game and see a spot for scores? No, because they realize that's inappropriate for the network to advertise a strip club when there could be 12-year-olds watching. How is it any different? You bring kids to games, and you're celebrating this. And Dad, what is Magic City? Oh, it's a restaurant, but then he's going to find it. Listen, I have kids, all right, and I think Marco can handle it. I don't think he's going to become a criminal if he happens to find out there's places where girls strip down. But do I have to have it shoved down his throat at 8 years old if I want to take him to a game? Do I want to have that conversation with my son or daughter? Do I want to have to do that? And I got news for you. You know what kids do well? Peter's going to find this out.
Ask questions.
They ask questions. A lot of questions. And your answers are really important.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
why put myself in that situation? Like, why do I have to be in that? I'm a big Hawk fan. I want to go to the game. And the other thing, too, if I'm like the city of Atlanta, like, really? We're Atlanta. This is what you want to be, like, known for? You know, I really, there's nothing else? And is that going to bring a lot of people? I like the idea of, like, if it was a restaurant, like, known for its wings and stuff, but I just, when I saw it, I didn't get it because I didn't know what the hell you guys were talking about on the thread.
You did not.
But once you explained it to me the other day, Peter, I'm like, really? But then if you show me something and say, I don't care if you get it or not, this is our thing, we're doing it, there's an air of respect in that. And now you devalue yourself again by caving in.
That's the thing. It ends up being a big L. Either way, now it's a double L. 1-800-919-3776. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Spins, pulls up. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Rough ride on the Grand Central westbound in Queens, right before the Clearview. A broken down van in the center lane. Delays go back onto the westbound Northern State in Nassau County. Looks like a crash on the Deegan northbound over by Fordham Road in the Bronx. Slow crawl heading over to the outbound George and the Cross Bronx from the Triborough and the Bruckner. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Hahn, run you 30 to 40. Over in Jersey, they're working on this crash on Route 4 eastbound by Queen Anne Road in Teaneck. Involves an overturned car. You're packed there from Forest Avenue in Paramus. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Be part of it isn't just a slogan.
2026 season tickets are on sale now, and this is your chance to join the tradition and legacy of the New York Yankees. Purchase a plan and enjoy the best seat locations, significant savings, and flexible payment options. Plans start at just 9 games. Log on to Yankees.com, call 212-YANKEES, or email seasontickets@Yankees.com. For 2026 Yankees season tickets, email seasontickets@Yankees.com today.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
All right, on Wednesday the 18th, we're going to Calandra's. Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Starting at 3, we're doing the show live, all right? Plus, we're going to have a special happy hour there. It's going to be awesome. Come hang out, talk sports, and get ready for a huge night on the ice, because after our show, we'll watch Rangers-Devils at 7 o'clock like you dream about. Big screens, great food, incredible atmosphere. The best fans in hockey all under one roof. We're hanging out. Reservations are recommended, so book your table at 973-226-8889. All right? There's not tons and tons of space in there, so you want to get your table and come see me, Don, and Alan all at Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, Wednesday, March 18th. That's next Wednesday, a week from Wednesday to you and me, starting at 3 p.m. I'm excited about it. I'll tell you one thing about the food at Calandra's. Man.
Oh, they're very good.
How you living? What?
That was good.
Trust me. Did this get in at the last minute?
It did not.
What?
For no like reason. I don't think it reaches the level, which tells you how good the field of 64 is.
How you living? What?
Satan John.
Now that did make it.
Satan John.
It was a late tournament winner. It's gonna get that True TV midnight matchup.
Oh, you look forward to it.
Noon matchup, not midnight, but you get the point.
Yeah, this was Marco the other day talking about St. John's. He hadn't seen that abbreviation much before.
Satan John.
Completely changes the name of the school.
It really does, though.
When you think about it.
And shout out to St. John's. They won the Big East outright. They're the number 1 seed in the tournament, trying to win it again.
Let's get the calls going at 1-800-919-3776. All on the table for you. Whatever you want to discuss. Plus, you can be in the chat with us on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
Yeah, do it.
We look forward to you spending time with us. And,
Satan John.
And maybe you're a St. John's graduate yourself. So come join us. Hang out in the chat, say hello. But let's go to the phone lines. We go to Javier, as Alan calls him, in Queens. Hey, Javi.
What up?
Javier.
Thanks for taking the call.
Of course.
I have to say it. I think this is terrible for the Magic City franchise. For that actual business, I thought they were. They say no press is bad press, but I think they missed out on an opportunity. I get the controversy around it, but
what?
Go ahead and
I
do it.
totally disagree.
Yeah, I do.
Magic City took no loss here. You know what they did? They got all of the press and more, and don't even have to show up with any food or do anything. It's unbelievable.
And Jennifer Hart on Twitter is like, that merch that isn't going to be given out of the arena, that's going to be worth a fortune.
Sold already.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I disagree. I wouldn't mean to jump you, but I think it's going to work out just fine for them.
If they had went through with, if they got celebrated, it just would have gone to a whole other. I think it would have expanded the story, and it kind of just dies here. So,
Well, you know what it seems like to me? Again, I'm ignorant on the subject. It felt to me like the Hawks needed it more to the Magic City.
Yeah, big
Sounds
time.
like Magic City's pretty well established. This was the Hawks trying to get something out of it.
Yeah, I think.
Am I wrong, Peter?
No, I think it felt like a big win. Big old win.
The real reason for my call, I had to call in. You know, it's been 2 games with Tatum. Like, I think it's a little early to kind of call the East in Boston's favor, and it's just way too soon. Like, he hasn't played big minutes yet. Like, what's the most he's played so far? 27.
Well, 27 in back-to-back games, not having played in 10 months, is pretty significant.
No. What he's doing is impressive, but like I think it's been 2 games. Like, I think there is a bit of an overreaction to the team and to him. Like, it's going to be a month before the playoffs. So
well, you got to realize, Javi, you got to realize this is that they were the favorites before he came back. Now they knew he was coming back, but now not only has he come back, but he's been impressive in the 2 games he came back. So I think part of this is just how well they played without Tatum. And the feeling is he doesn't have to totally come back as Tatum for them to be even more improved. I mean, this is a team that's battling for the 2 seed without their best player. And now their best player is coming back. And Peter, even if he ends up being a guy that plays 25, 27 minutes, averages around 19 points, that's a win for Boston, man.
Yeah, I hear what.
Point to this.
Go ahead, Javier.
So I'll just say this. Like, we've all season, I think across the board, it's been agreed the East is wide open. Like no one at any point thought, Detroit has this, like, no problem. Like, the East is wide open, and the reason the East is wide open is that the East is pretty weak. So, like, first, second, third in the East, like, I don't think it matters. I think they all have an even shot. And Tatum playing very well gives Boston a much better shot, but let's give him time to play very well. Like, clearly this is Brown's team. Boston, don't be worried, but I think it remains to be wide open. I think it remains to be wide open. I wouldn't fear Boston. I don't fear Detroit. As you know.
You know what? I think I'm not. I can't tell you how to feel.
No, you can't.
I think you're kidding yourself. I heard Ray Santiago on the morning show say the exact same thing. I don't fear. Stop it. Now, that doesn't mean you're not a huge fan, but, like, I'm not worried about this. Then what are you doing? Well, why aren't you? Like, that doesn't make you a bad fan to say, damn, I'm concerned about the Celtics. You should be concerned about the Celtics. You should be concerned about the Pistons. And if you tell me I'm not, why? Why are you not worried? You weren't worried about the Pacers last year. What happened? How can a Knicks fan who hasn't seen a championship since 73 or a finals appearance since 99 not be chewing their nails down to the nub every time this team plays a playoff game? Yeah. Come on. Who are you to strut around? You've done nothing. I'm not worried. I'm telling you, I'm a big Giant fan. I'm a big Devil fan, Met fan. I'm worried every time my team plays a playoff. I'm worried about everybody. I never sit there and go, I'm not worried. Peter, you're always worried.
Well, I mean, especially if you're a team that hasn't proven it, and you know for a fact you have a team that you struggled all year with in Detroit, swept. Don, how many quarters they win? 1?
None. Against Detroit? None.
Never won a quarter this year against Detroit.
0-12.
Celtics you've done okay against, but now they're reloaded. Got their best player back.
But can't both be true? Like, I think they could win. I believe in my team. But at the same time, I am worried. Why would you not be worried about a team that has battled you tooth and nail for the 2 seed all year without their best player and then get their best player back? How are you not worried about a team that whipped you all 3 games? I know it's only the regular season. Let's see them do it in the postseason. I get it. But you're not a least bit worried? Then why are we even bother playing? Come on, man. You don't think there's at least an ounce of delusion? You trying to salve yourself by, like, I don't want to worry. Well, maybe you should worry.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to worry. That's what you do. It's a normal thing to do when you care.
Thank you. I'm a worry wart. I do worry about stuff. Like Michael always said, I don't worry about the stuff I can control. I worry about the things I can't control. You should worry about the things you can't control because you can't do anything about it. There's nothing a Knicks fan can do. They can't go onto the court and play. Now, should the Knicks be worried? That's another story. That's up to them. But just as a fan that can't do anything about it, you see a really good Celtic team add their best player. The Piston team that has handled you all regular season. And I'm sorry, there's an air of arrogance to me, I believe is made up. You're trying to convince
Trying
yourself.
too hard, bro, as someone I know would say.
No, that doesn't make you less of a fan.
No, it just makes you wrong. Let's go to Richard in Rockville. Hey, Richard.
Hey boys, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
I mean, I want to try to make a devil's point real quick, but like what I want to talk about is the Magic City thing. Is I think the thing that everyone's really missing is like the children. Like, no kid has ever had a sip of beer and like had like an adult awakening, or no kids really ever had like. I'm talking from my experience. It's like did a scratchy, and all of a sudden, like, the world changed. But once you start looking at, like, scantily clad women or men, kind of everything changes, and your innocence leaves. And I think that's the thing that we're all missing. Not that it's like a cultural thing, because I totally get that, or like any other point. And just real quick before I go, Don, I just want to inquire, what's better for the Devils? Do we just lose out, or do we make the push? Like you know, we love winning lottos. Like, we can maybe get Gavin. Or do we just, like, really push for it? Because this is a talented team that can make noise if we make the dance.
I listen.
Thank you, guys.
How I feel
I'll let you
about
go.
tanking.
John, man.
Yeah, I hate tanking. You know how I feel about that. So no, you try to win every game you can, and play hard, play to the best. I don't believe in that part. But he's right about the Magic. Again, why should a kid be exposed to what that's all about? That's a different world. It's an adult world. You know, let them stay young. Let them stay curious about other things. And then when the time comes, I just don't need to expose them to that. Because when you're young, you look to your parents for the way to go, right? And I saw my dad drink a beer. Can I have a beer? No, you're not old enough. Okay. But I didn't have to go into the details of what it was about, what it meant, you know. But this, like, having to explain to a 12-year-old about that they're strippers and that's just why they'll be exposed to the world soon enough. Do they have to be exposed to it at a basketball game? And as far as the crowd of, well, then don't go to the game. Well, what if I got season tickets and I bring my kid to the game?
Yeah,
it's
listen.
a family. Is it? Let me ask you this: as legal as it is, as cool as it is it a family thing? Is a strip club a family thing?
No.
Is an NBA game a family thing?
Generally, yes.
There you go. Done. And it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out how inappropriate that is. But I guess there was money to be made, and nobody thought about it.
There are people on the other side, too, that you could say the same thing about, like, these betting sites and, like, alcohol sites that promote on, like, some of these commercials that I've seen about, especially with the same kind of argument, where we promote it nonstop, and kids are watching the game.
There's a difference between promoting it and trying to make money and celebrating it, right? I don't think I
don't know what's worse, but yeah.
Well, no, I would say that I don't know. Maybe it would be. Maybe it would happen. But because FanDuel and DraftKings and MGM advertise on your games and have signage in the building, would you have, a gambling night, like celebrating the world of gambling, involving kids that are under the age of 18? Like, no, you wouldn't do that. Like, there's ads for drinking for people that are of age to drink, and there's ads for gambling for people that are of age to gamble. And obviously, we acknowledge that a strip club is not for everybody. Is there a difference between advertising and promoting and celebrating it to where you made it a part of the game? I don't know. There's a fine line.
It's very iffy to me because I can at least – there are ways that you can get around the Magic City thing in which you can't get around the other stuff. My guess is – and I'm not a part of the Hawks organization. I don't know what their conversation was. But my guess is, guys, nothing about the promotion would have had to do with the strip part of Magic City. It would have had to do with it being a club that serves food and drinks. right? That's my guess.
Right.
I highly doubt anything strip club related. So I'm just putting this out there. I'm talking this through as I'm saying it out loud, okay? But, Don, there is a world in which you take your kids to thing, and as long as there's no sort of strip club promotion in it, it's just the name of a place, and there's food, and your kids go, what's Magic City? And you go, oh, it's a club like restaurant that adults go to. Like, you kind of can move on from that.
I guess you can.
You know, and more so than you can. Gambling, there's no way around it. Well, people take their hard-earned money, and they throw it down on, and they bet it on sports, and hopefully it doesn't become a problem. You know, so... It is interesting, man. But either way, they felt the pressure and they made the move.
I guess, but I think when we're talking about the strip club, what I hear from the side that's against it are people that feel that women are exploited at these places. And is that something you really want to promote? You know, a gambler, he makes a conscious decision to gamble. Is he necessarily being exploited the way a woman is being exploited? It's interesting because then you get the cheerleader stuff too, right? Which they're not strippers, but when you watch the way they dance, and isn't that kind of subjective a little bit?
Yeah,
in the way that the cheerleaders go, and that's been commonplace in football and basketball forever. So I don't know. It's hard to define when you're crossing the line and when you're not. But this just felt like they were crossing the line. But you bring up an interesting point. Yeah. Is it possible that you could have gone, like me, completely ignorant to what Magic City is, and go to the game and not even know ever that it was a strip club?
So my guess would be yes.
All right, well, then that's different. But
I am curious. Now, Adam Silver says he reached out to the team, and they talked through it, and they decided to cancel it. So 1-800-919-3776. We'll finish out the hour with your calls next, then a big ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. Right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Before we get to that, though, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days if your bet loses. Here's how it works. You place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. That's 10 chances to play all tourney long. From game props and money lines to spreads, totals, futures, and more, you can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to fill out your bracket, FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the action day after day. So visit FanDuel.com/local to sign up today. FanDuel, it's time to dance. 21 and over, physically present New York. Must apply select token each day. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY 467-369.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877-CARS for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Rangers fans, it's time for hockey, and the action starts on Tuesday at Rivercrest with Team ESPN and Ultra. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Rangers bar to watch the game versus the Flames, Rivercrest is your destination. The party tips off at 6:30 p.m., and Team ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN prizes. Join fellow Rangers fans on Tuesday at 3315 Ditmars Boulevard in Astoria and enjoy Ultra Draft and bottle specials all day long. It's all happening at Rivercrest.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Plan prices require auto pay. Additional terms apply. For welcome unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic in times of congestion.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
It's crazy to see how much everyone's changed at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yes, he told Tim he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but he said it's way more than that. It also skyrockets nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. Tim started taking it right away, and trust me, I've already noticed results.
Wow, I might just have to go catch up with Brian.
After 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. Feel like your old self again with Total T2. Stronger, leaner, and more energized. Just text ORDER to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone and nitric oxide booster. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's ORDER to 369-369. ORDER to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again.
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Doesn't get much better than this. Man, when this comes in, it just the cat. Yeah, Biggie died 29 years ago today. Unreal. He was a kid, 24 years old. Now he'd be a 53-year-old man.
And you wonder how much creativity and music we lost.
Yeah,
if
you have no
able
idea
to accomplish that at 24. What could he have done at 30 and 40 and 50?
Imagine affecting the world that much by 24. I look back at me at 24, a complete moron. I was still doing college radio at 24, yelling about God knows what, pretending to be the hip hop Howard Stern. And this guy, created a complete legacy.
I'm at Ramapo today.
That's right. I'm at Ramapo. Look at me.
At the radio station, my alma mater, got to speak to listeners and interviewed by the president. They're still here. That's why I've been in break. I don't know whether they're afraid I'm going to steal something or whatever, but they're still
that is
here
on the table.
Yeah. And I'm talking to them during the break. And I graduated here in '90. I was 24 years old. Graduated college, and I had a job right out of college at Sports Phone. not changing the world, creating something that the world hungered for.
Exactly, and that your family would live off of for generations.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, man.
No, it's that. It's so sad to think of the talent that's taken too soon, especially in music.
It does feel like it happens a
lot.
lot.
List of people in rock and roll, whether it's Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison,
Otis Redding.
It's incredible that how many we lost. It's like so young.
How old was Otis Redding again when he died? There you go. You want your mind blown, Don?
Go ahead.
Otis Redding. 41 to 67. He was 26 years old.
26. Well, think about it. 26, because 27 is the magic number in rock and roll, right? That's how old Janis Joplin was, and Jim Morrison was, and Jimi Hendrix.
Was Mac Miller 27? Mac Miller might have been 27 too.
But they took advantage of the opportunity while they had it. So there's a positive spin, right?
Mac was 26. Crazy. I had known him for years. How is that even possible? I had known him for so long already. 26. And his day was 2018. We're already 8 years from that.
Yeah, you were working with us then.
Oh, I sure was.
I remember.
Because Michael said it not callously, but Michael said it sort of casually during the break. He just read it as a news headline. And I remember I was in the control room. Michael was down the line. Were you with me in the studio? No, it might have just been me. I might have been alone in there. And you guys were down the line for some reason.
Yeah, were we maybe in the...
You were probably doing Rangers, perhaps, and Michael's doing early baseball season?
Probably.
Sound right? And
sounds like a possibility.
No, because this was the fall. Oh, other way around. Sorry. Flip to the other side, because it was October. And yeah, he just said it sort of casually during the break, and I had to go leave the room and take a little time, and then came back on. It was just crazy. Now, earlier Richard called and talked about the greatest New York City sports events.
Right.
And Rich in Texas wants to weigh in. What's up, Rich?
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. I do want to get to that, but I have a quick point, and I hate to correct you, Don, on a day you're being honored at Ramapo, but earlier you said it's unusual for, or not likely to have two major events like COVID and before that, 9/11.
Right.
And I would say that to go back a little ways, earlier into the 1900s, our parents and grandparents' generations, you had World War I and the Great Depression. You had the Great Depression and World War II, which were all shorter time spans than 9/11 and COVID.
Yeah, well, when did World War I end? Was that right? It was right into the pandemic.
1917, I believe.
Yeah.
And then 12 years later, they get the on the 29, then you get the stock market collapse. It wasn't a great run. It was not a great run.
Sure. No, and some people lived through all three of those events. So, but that's a minor point that I just wanted to bring up. But the main point I wanted to throw a great New York sports event, which was before my time, but it was a fight between Max Schmeling and Joe Louis, the second fight in 1938 at Yankee Stadium. And just to give you a little bit of historical context, they had fought in 36, and it was a huge upset when Max Schmeling knocked down Joe Louis, first time Joe Louis was knocked down, and defeated him. And the backdrop for that is Hitler's rise to power.
Yeah.
And, the 36 Olympics with Jesse Owens. And they fought again. And Jesse Owens actually won the championship in 1937, I think, against Braddock. And he refused to be recognized as the world champion until he beat Schmeling, and they fought in 1938. And, at that point, we're on the brink of war. The Nazi machine is spewing all kinds of propaganda, racist propaganda, and Joe Louis just pummeled him, and within 2 minutes, I think, knocked him down 3 times and threw something like 40 punches, and versus 2 that Schmeling got off. And that just had huge significance for all of America, but certainly for the minority population. And it was a source of great pride for all Americans back then. So I think that was certainly historically one of the greatest, if not the greatest event in New York City history.
Yeah, it definitely has to be up there, right? Considering what we
He's already off the line, but I still wanted to hit the play-out music.
No, I thought it was a good one.
No, it was good. It was good. He gave us some really good stuff. We got a little bit into the weeds there, but that was actually that's a pretty good poll. Not a strange poll. It's a good poll.
Well, going into the weeds as opposed to the rest of the listeners
that are on the
weeds.
Yeah, man. We have a very special and eclectic listenership. Let's go to Jimmy in Montclair. What's up, Jimmy?
Man, I'm going to try to beat both of those last callers.
What do you got?
Hey, so I got two things here, and it's very frustrating that our Devils are now starting to click with the season pretty much almost in the rear mirror, and it was good for them to destroy the Rangers. Now, on another note, I might need can I get the sorry music?
Oh, you have an apology.
Okay, interesting.
Well, sorry to the listeners. I'm not sure exactly who to blame, but during your Tullamore do read, you've been informing wrong. The Nets do not play the Nuggets. The Nets actually play the Grizzlies. Not that anyone cares about Nets basketball.
Wow.
I'm a Nets fan. I'm a Nets fan.
This is Anthony's fault.
Wow.
I hate to do it, but he just said in my ear that's my fault.
Well, you know what? Well,
and Joe Leo's happy that anyone called to say anything about the Nets.
Well,
what a sad.
Well, I'm a Nets fan.
Good for you, man.
I get it.
No,
You
God
deserve
bless.
better. I don't know why you're apologizing.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be sorry. You did the right thing. Let's play the music again, and we'll give the microphone to Anthony. Anthony?
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm apologizing for. They don't play the Nuggets. They haven't played the Nuggets in months. I wrote Nuggets instead of Grizzlies.
That's what you'd be apologizing for.
Are you sorry for it? It sounds more like you don't.
No, I would do it again.
No, you know
what?
The music.
No, you know what apology that was like.
And thank you, Jimmy.
That was like the apology of the caller a couple weeks ago about Kenny. There was no apology.
Do not compare me to Lang.
Well, we should
that was
apologize
Lang.
to Tullamore do. I think they want accurate information, but that's the first we've been called upon it because I guess nobody knew the mistake.
Good news for Lang though, he wasn't the worst Lang in New York in the last month. So, if you follow the news this weekend, there was the white supremacist Lang who started a riot basically outside of the mayor's house. So there are worse
Could have
Langs.
been the same guy. We don't know.
I don't think it's our Lang.
Well, you don't know.
That would be troubling to say the least. Oh man, I went over 6 o'clock. What the hell am I doing? ENN is next.
Not looking at a clock.
Yeah, ENN's next. Let's go.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. We're going to start off in Jersey. Boys and Girls State Hockey Championships going on at the Rock in Newark. 280 just packed in both directions, heading over to 21 in the Stickle Drawbridge. 21 southbound keeps you jammed, heading over to the Prudential Center. Inbound George, stick with the lower deck if you can. Upper level, about a 15 to 20-minute ride. Best if it's the outbound George, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Northbound Deegan, they just picked up a crash right after the Cross Bronx. Still bumper to bumper there from the Triborough and the Bruckner. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Hahn, run you close to 40. Nets are home at the Barclays in Brooklyn. You're jammed on the BQE in both directions, heading over to Atlantic Avenue. Westbound especially tough. They just picked up a broken down car over by the outbound Gowanus and Battery Tunnel. Heavy slowdowns go back into Queens. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer.
They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number.
Down on roll.
Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi. Welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
Now, guys, this is important information as we start ENN, which is brought to you, by the way, at our friends at Ramsey Mazda. So we are going to be live from Moynihan Train Hall this Friday like you dream about. This Friday, folks, right before the semifinal of the Big East Tourney. We're hanging out at Moynihan Train Hall, all 3 of us at Irish Exit. I know John doesn't want us to, but I say we just get completely wrecked right before the show.
Before the show.
Right, yeah. So the whole thing is a stumbling, slurring mess. What do you think?
I think our sponsors deserve better, but I'm in.
That, speaking of which, it's brought to you by Schweppes. Above the rim refreshment. Feel the madness and refresh your game with a Schweppes Seltzer or Schweppes Ginger Ale, Sam Adams, and Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea.
As long as it's them.
That's right. Available at Jack Doyle's and John Sullivan's. Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly. Come through, man. Maybe some people we never seen before will come say hello. Don, I'd enjoy that, wouldn't you?
How do we deal with the Richard situation?
Oh, that's right. Richard is coming.
He's coming. Now, does he deserve what happened last year? I think last year was last year, right?
Well, last year was a different situation. We never seen him before.
Right.
Hot dog. Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that he was introduced without actually being introduced today.
But what I do, Uteki, is that his name, Utoko?
One of the most
interesting choices of drops there.
Verduhu. Font now.
The answer's on.
If you know
The Richard collection of drops is just...
Uteki, is that his name, Utoko?
To be fair to the field, I limited how many drops Richard has in his tournament. Because he could have gotten all 16 in the nether region.
That's the thing.
But I wanted to space it out a little bit.
Hot dog.
Unless you wanted to lean in and have a Richard division.
Right. That's the only other way you can do it.
I don't trust the 3 of you to go through a whole March with a Richard division.
I'm looking... I'm able to see.
Oh, no,
it's here.
You kind of are.
I can see what's
Not
here.
everything, though. I didn't fix one of them yet.
No, I can't see everything, But I see some things.
On your initial view there, Peter, what do you think? What are you seeing? You can be honest. This is
No. I'm seeing some very good stuff here.
There's some potential here.
Take it off. Take it all off.
Hey, no cheap shot jokes at me, but I'm big on the organ.
And I did expand a little bit to where people like Spike, Richard, even Marco are not just beholden to the nether region.
Interesting. That's
yes.
Spike in here I see a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Spike is in there a few times.
But he was the crew chief. He's a Brooklyn guy. He used to call games at the Jewish Center on Eastern Parkway.
I selfishly want that to win.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Don, what are you thinking? What do you from what you're hearing so far here?
I like every one of them.
Ooh, okay.
Beautiful women died. I'll give you them quickly.
Oh, my God. Wow. The number 1 seed in that nether region is special.
It's yes. It had to be. I couldn't not do it.
I love it. I love what I'm seeing here.
The only one you don't have fully, Peter, at all, actually, would be the troubling region. The rest, the other 3 regions are locked in.
I see one troubling, or is this not this year?
They're not this year's.
Oh.
Football Mondays on 98.7.
Box.
That's a
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN.
Tool shed.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN are brought to you by Sloman.
Nothing more important to realize it's not this year than the fact that you're saying Football Mondays on 98.7.
Yeah.
Where I'm on meth and my mom's a prostitute.
These are old
I
drops.
left that in that was the troubling, yes.
That's
I left that
troubling.
in troubling, yes.
Your face against the freaking television screen, and you can't remember who didn't bunt.
These are old classics. Oh, man.
Speaking of a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Easy, right?
I got a mouthful of nuts right now.
Some kind of party.
We have so many good old ones here.
I hate you. I hate your guts.
You get like a rogue piece of sand in the wrong hole.
Now, do you guys remember? Peter, of course, knows. So he's kind of out of this game. Don, I'll ask you.
All right.
Do you remember from that Drop Madness the winner?
And what year was this again?
2024.
Oh, they're all in order. I see them all.
Yep.
Yeah, let me just do this real quick.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Save it on the last one. We'll see if not while we let Don think.
All right, what are we doing? Here we go. The first ever winner of Drop Madness.
We know!
A 2-seed out of the Don region.
A year later, another 2-seed out of the Don region.
Look at this garbage! Look at this garbage!
Michael does deserve credit for his great cackling on
Yes, that helps.
Then the 5-seed out of the Don region.
How many chances you get?
Then the number 1 seed from the Don region, 4 years in a row. Now, Don rooted against this, but it's maybe some people believe it's the greatest drop of all time.
Former Raven.
Replied.
Or current Raven.
Oh, like the game doesn't need him.
Sorry, he's a Charger now.
He's a Charger.
Oh, no, he's a Ram.
You get credit for that drop. You realize that, right?
Even though it's the nether region, I'm responsible for it.
No. This was still back in the day of the 3 hosts and nether. We only had one iteration of the funny, troubling flub and nether region.
Yeah. Right. Now, Don then the next year wins again. This is the year we were talking about, Don. Do you remember what it is?
This is 2024.
Yeah,
right?
No.
Oh,
no, after Eric Weddle. This is a me and you creation, actually, ironically enough.
It's similar to Weddle.
I wasn't even working on the show full time at the time, but I created a Drop Madness winner with my stupidity, which, as we've seen in the last segment, has continued on to this day.
It does
I
happen.
think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you?
You suck, Pusick.
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
That, by the way. That might.
Oh, you suck, Pusick?
That might go. That might go somewhere.
I'm excited. Then K1 finally.
Thank you, my friend, and I will see you soon. Say hi to everybody.
Be well. You say hello too.
Okay, take care, Michael. It's Michael K. with you.
It's so not well.
No one ever said take care with more meaning.
No, he was legitimately concerned.
He thought the next thing he'd hear Michael's name was that he stroked out.
And then the next 2 years could have been the same winner from Don. This could have been the same rant.
No, Michael K.
So that's the hint, Don. That was your viral moment of 2023. I guess that would be 2, because 2023 summer would then be 2024 for Drop Madness.
Okay.
That was a viral moment for you.
Cut his fat ass.
There we go.
No, that's it.
If you're not noticing a theme here,
We know.
He's still, by the way,
Cut his fat ass.
he's not off the team yet.
who?
Evan Neal.
Oh, Neal.
I think he's finally done this year, but he never got cut.
Yeah,
And never did well.
Never did well.
Never did well. That's a great point. Now, did you guys see the end of the Los Angeles Marathon?
It's one of the most unbelievable things I think I've ever seen in professional racing.
I did not see.
Don, do you have a Twitter machine in front of you?
I do.
Can you type in Los Angeles Marathon?
Okay, I'm going to do that right now.
And I'd like you to tell me when you have it in front of you. And I'd like you to tell me what you're seeing.
All right. So
because
just LA Marathon, would that work?
I think
that should work.
I typed in Los Angeles and I see it right away. It's a big wide shot, 42 seconds long, of a man on the street.
I see a man running
Yep.
by himself.
Yep, by himself
passing
is
a gray
key.
car. Oh, it's a woman.
How long's the clip? Oh, it's a woman?
I have a woman,
No.
and it still has another minute and 20.
No, it's the wrong thing. Type in Los Angeles Marathon.
I'll do it now.
And then go to the first post from Colin Rugg. You'll see it pop right up at the top. It's got 4.4 thousand retweets. Tell me when you see that. Big open street, man in a white and pink outfit running down the street.
And this was sent out by who?
Colin Rugg, to you and me. Yeah, I'm a little worried this is taking so long. You all right
I
over
don't
there?
know why it's.
How did you spell marathon?
Fox News has something.
How long is it?
No, oh my God! Wait a minute. Let's see. This is only 9 seconds.
No. All right, Don, you're ruining it. How did you spell Los Angeles Marathon?
I spelled Los Angeles Marathon.
And at the top, and go to top, not latest. Go to top.
Oh, okay. Kevin Dalton.
No, Colin Rugg.
Colin Rugg.
Do you see a big street and a man running down the street?
Clearly, you and Don's algorithms are different.
Something's different.
Let's be.
Do you see the man in pink and white running down the street?
No.
Okay, Peter, you're gonna have to explain this, and I'm just gonna send it to him.
All right,
wait a minute.
Send it to him, and I'm describing it. The man is just running down the street.
It's Kenya's Michael Kamani Kamau.
All right, I got it. This is, I think, what I saw, but it was an overhead version.
Yeah,
where he just collapses right at the finish line.
Yeah,
because
But what you're missing is the part that leads up to it.
It's not that he collapses. It's that at the last literal split second. In fact, they have the same time on the score sheet. He's overtaken in the last split second and loses to the American Nathan Martin in a marathon. A 26-mile marathon around Los Angeles came down to the last split second. I'm trying to think of Don mentally what it would do to you. You're a marathon runner. And listen, Los Angeles Marathon is not New York or Boston, right?
No, but
it's still a big
distance.
deal. And same distance. And this is what you do, right? This is what you do where you're not competing to win these things. I don't know how long the Kenyan gentleman was leading for, but he had a pretty big gap. At which point you're coming down the final stretch, Don. You're thinking, you're in your head, it's over. Like you're already planning what the day is, what the week is, what your life is. You've now won one of the big American marathons. To lose it in the last split second? And I wonder, the question I'd love to ask the guy who lost is, at what point did you know he was close?
It's funny. He said, I made an actual move. Now, this is what's crazy about it, because I've never actually ran a marathon.
You've not? No.
I ran a lot, but I never ran a marathon because I'm not a crazy person.
Yeah, thank you. I respect it.
I made an actual move 5 miles out. So he's already thinking in his head, with 5 miles to go, I'm going to have to pick up the pace here. And then he said at a mile and a half.
Who said that? The winner said that.
Martin did.
Yeah.
Nathan Martin said, I'm going to have to pick up the pace. At a mile and a half to go, I could see the leader, Kamau, had about an 800-meter lead on me, which is a half mile. And I'm thinking I'm catching him. So he closed a half-mile gap in a mile and a half.
I don't. That means that means the pace that you picked up, the gas you saved to then go down. It's insane.
You don't see people run that fast at the end of a marathon. You just
There's
don't.
no way he had to know he lost because it was so close, right? But yet he still collapsed. So did he sense that he lost?
I'm thinking the collapse came because he sensed that he lost.
But I don't know why he would think for sure. You said the time was the same. He could not have known.
.01
that he lost.
Was the difference.
So did he collapse because he had nothing left? Does that make you feel better? If you know you get to the finish line, that you have zero left. There's nothing you could have done about it. Yeah, it stinks the circumstances, but like if he had still more to give and just didn't pay attention, then that would haunt you for the rest of your life. But
True.
If that's all you had and it wasn't enough, then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You just didn't deserve to win. And based on the way he collapsed, without 100% knowing that he lost, tells me that's all he had.
It's a crazy thing to see, though, if you haven't seen it out
No,
there.
I was, with somebody like you and Anthony, I was kind of expecting, a naked woman to run across or something.
I know.
So I'm just watching two people run. I'm like, this can't be it.
Yeah, this isn't exciting. There's just two people running a marathon. Who gives a damn?
Right.
All right, let's go to another random sort of event here, and I only say that because, unless you're Don or Anthony, you probably weren't locked in to the Lightning and Sabre game last
Another
night.
one where a naked woman ran. No, wait, that wasn't.
That's a different thing. But this game was absolutely wild. Many people are saying maybe the greatest regular season game of all time are in the conversation.
Yeah, definitely this year.
The Lightning and the Sabres. First there was a fight. Let's hear the play-by-play of that from MSG.
Zone coming up against Tampa. The evidence, and here we go. After the whistle, Tage Thompson down on the ice. And who is it that took the run at Tage? This did not take long. Darlene Radish took a swing at him right out of the pile. Sabres captain has got to hang on here. And after he's down, Radish throws another one. Meanwhile, on the boards, they're still tangled up and on the ice.
Now, that's just the fight. This ends up being an 8-7 final. Buffalo gets the win at home. One goal scored by Buffalo in the first period. Then Tampa Bay scores 4 in the second. Buffalo scores 3 in the second. So they head into the third, 4-4, and Buffalo outscores Tampa 4-3 in the third period. Here's the game winner from MSG.
Back there. Dome puts it behind the net. Clean take out of the corner. Shot. Off the bar. Scores! First one didn't go in. Second one does. It's a power play goal. And the Sabres have the lead. 8-7.
So, Don, not only do they play one of the greatest games of all time, but the Sabres are 39-19-6. The Lightning are 39-19-4. And then they play to an 8-7 final. Unreal.
Yeah, they're battling for the top of that division. Buffalo is on an unconscious streak. They're 8-1-1 in their last 10. They've won 7 in a row, and it goes beyond that.
Of course.
We played. The Devils played them on Black Friday, beat them 5-0, and they were done. They were going to clean house. They fired the general manager, and they have been almost unbeatable since. Kekalainen took over and didn't do a thing, but it seemed to galvanize the team. And our colleague, R.J. Santillo, grew up in Rochester, New York, is a big Buffalo Sabre fan. And this is where I wanted to punch Dave Rothenberg in the head.
Right in the head.
Is that he's enjoying it. This team has not made the playoffs literally 14 straight years. And they're on their way to possibly winning the division. And RJ said that this run, he's having more fun during this run than he will have in the first 2 days of the NCAA tournament, which to me sounds like ridiculous. Of course, yeah, this is your favorite team. You don't have a dog in the fight in the NCAA tournament. And he got jumped by Dave. Like, what are you talking about? First 2 days of the tournament. How can it equal? Like, shut up.
No, come on.
With your stupid college basketball yo-yo. I root for Georgetown. Meanwhile, didn't have the grades to get in.
Oh no, that's shame.
To go out on a guy that he grew up a Sabres fan. His favorite hockey team is on a run for the ages, trying to make the playoffs for the first time in 15 years, and the fact that he even brought up like bigger than the first couple of days of the NCAA tournament, I thought was ridiculous. Of course it is. But then Dave to jump like, what are you talking about, dude? You got a college b-ball problem, man.
I'm sorry. You know what? I think I need to have Dave come on the show. Can someone explain to me that, like, is college basketball actually still that dope? Why do I not feel it anymore?
I don't.
Is it
I
a
don't
me
feel
thing?
it. I know it's dope, but that dope to where, like, you don't have a team. Like, if I could understand if he was a fan of Duke as is equal as a fan of the Sabres, you'd say, well, of course, postseason's always going to be bigger than regular season. But if you don't have a dog in the fight, yeah, it's fun, but it's going to be bigger than the actual team you root for going on a run? Would there ever be a moment where Dave would exchange the Giants winning 4 in a row for the first 2 days of the NCAA tournament? So why? Because the Giants are more important than the Sabres? Well, not in RJ's world. Don't disrespect RJ's hockey love.
I mean, the Hoyas are 14 and 17 overall, Dave. You're that excited?
And listen, his son's excited because his son's a North Carolina fan, and I'm not saying don't enjoy.
Oh wait, his son has
NCAA tournament.
His son has a yo-yo team also.
Yeah, because he was born in North Carolina.
Oh yeah,
so he's rooting for North Carolina.
Oh boy, was he?
I joke about Dave not having the grades, but I just don't understand.
Well, no, he did. But you're joking,
about
but it's also true.
Well, it's probably because that's a very difficult school to get into.
In all respect to Dave, he's the best pound for pound host of the station.
Listen, I compliment him when necessary, and I call it as it is. But why would you jump RJ? Like, you can't believe that? Like, but that's his team, and they're on a run for the ages. But he's going to throw that away for the first 2 days of the tournament?
I just looked it up.
Team?
Just look it up. The Sabres since early December are 29 and 7.
That's not fun for a fan. Like, listen, you're not the biggest hockey fan, but if the Penguins are going on that kind of a run,
well, and
they hadn't gone to the playoffs in a decade and a half, I think you'd enjoy it more than the first 2 days of the tournament when Maryland's not in it.
Don, did you hear the homage that I paid to you during the last commercial break?
No.
25 a month.
Oh. Don on and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears. Get Optimum famously fast.
Hold on.
25 a month. 5 whole years. Same sweet number.
Don on
Check it in a year.
And you know what? You did it on the air. I did it off the air to those guys.
Did you? Right now?
It's embarrassing, but in the moment, I really thought we were back.
I know. It happened.
How you living? What? But why would you jump RJ? First of all, he's a gem. So
he
you
is.
didn't jump on anything. But do you think it's that
well,
ridiculous?
How much did he jump him for this?
I don't know if we can go back and get it. It was probably just before stuff you missed.
But how long would he stay actually jumping him for?
But just the idea of really? Are you kidding me? And then Rick gets on him, and then but it wasn't so much the jump. It was that he just couldn't wrap his mind around the fact that he didn't hold the first 2 days of the tournament higher than anything. Meanwhile, what if I said that to him about the Giants?
I have no idea what Dave would be talking about. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm no longer 15. The tournament no longer rules my life. I'm sorry.
I find the tournament fun, and I like having games in the afternoon. I haven't filled out a bracket in forever because I don't even think we're really allowed at ESPN. I don't even know if that's still a thing because I didn't care that we lost it. It's a fun thing, but unless you're – and I know he's a big college basketball fan, but ahead of the teams you root for? So I'd ask Dave, so what's the equivalent? You said they're, 29 and 7. Ridiculous. What's the football equivalent? Winning 6 in a row, 7 in a row? Could I jump him? That would he put the first 2 days of the NCAA tournament ahead of a Giant 7-game winning streak? No. I didn't like it.
It just doesn't make any sense as much.
Here's the NCAA tournament to me is I think people are almost guilted into enjoying it. I think people love it. I enjoy it. But I think there is almost a peer pressure to like it more than you actually do. I think there are people that are into it that aren't really into it, but they want to be like everybody else. Because you're at work and there are games going on and you fill out a bracket. Listen, I'm around sports people. I do it for a living. I can count on one hand the people that go crazy with the sheets. But earlier, 20 years ago, it was insane. It was insane. Now, honestly, maybe I'm just running in different circles. I don't even think it's a thing.
I know, but we have to be wrong, though, because the numbers are obviously still there, but that's how it feels to me, too.
I'm just telling you in my world.
I know. It feels dead as a
doornail. It has
doornail.
not changed in the last 20 years. I still work at the same place, hang around with the same people, have the same friends, and I can count on one hand people that fill out a bracket. How many people fill out a bracket on this show? Does Alan fill one out?
I've never
I know you don't. I don't.
Never been a big bracket guy.
Jacob's not a big bracket guy. Anthony?
I fill one out every year. But that's just, it's on the, listen, ESPN does a great job with the bracket challenge on the app. I have no idea. I'm not sitting there like I used to, breaking down like, what's this matchup. I'm not watching, unfortunately, so I don't have a good handle on it.
See, and this is for money?
Yeah, me too. That's the issue.
See, I fill out a bracket for money?
Not as much anymore, no.
A few bucks.
You fill out so you're filling out a
For
bracket
free
and
$99.
for free?
Yep.
You should be institutionalized.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
bracket challenge is fantastic on ESPN. Anybody can do it.
I actually watch the games. I do not fill out the brackets.
You
good.
watch and you don't even fill out the bracket?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, I used
It's
to love
like,
my
you know
bracket.
what that's the equivalent of? Doodling a picture of somebody on the back of a placemat and then putting it in a frame. I would look at that and go, that person should be institutionalized.
Some of your K drawings would be beautiful in a frame.
But I never did it because I'm not a yo-yo. Yeah, try to make some money. Have fun with it. But you're filling out a bracket just for yourself. You know what that is? That's Tonka truck.
Pretty much, yeah, absolutely.
No,
that's diddling, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for ENN, brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda.
Let it go.
Like a new 2026
Let
Mazda
go.
CX-50 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. We open the phone lines.
Let it go.
We open the
Let
phone
it
lines
go.
to the last call crew at 1-800-919-3776. Last call crew. Anything you possibly want to discuss, get on the lines. And also, I'm told we'll have the RJ versus Dave Rothenberg audio when we get back. FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single day through March 15th. From now till that final 68 is revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. Trust me, you do not want to miss a single day. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single day through March 15th. From now till that final 68 is revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. Trust me, you do not want to miss a single day. 21 and over, physically present in New York, option required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration of max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-WIRE. Text OPEN-WIRE 467-369.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to Yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@Yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com/groups today.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Now we're having a conversation, folks. It is time for the last call crew. 1-800-919-3776. Get in on any subject you want to get to. Now, Don, I promised you because you asked for it. You wanted to hear what happened between Dave and RJ because you're troubled by this.
It bothered me.
So they got into it today. You have the audio over there? Here's Dave and RJ from this morning.
If I had to pick one of which I get to watch more of moving forward, would it be the rest of the Sabres in the regular season or the first weekend of March Madness? I would take all the Sabres games the rest of the way.
That's lunacy.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Nope. I don't have a team in that tournament.
Yeah, but it's
15 years.
That
15
tournament is the best thing going.
I would skip out on the first weekend.
That's the best weekend.
Yeah, but you act like you'd skip out on the Giants for the Giants in a minute.
Me?
Yeah.
That's different.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
It is not.
That's my true love.
So RJ loves the Sabres like that.
It's just disrespectful. Now, I didn't have it 100% accurate.
No, but it does show. Here's what it shows. Here's the troubling piece. It shows that he doesn't actually respect hockey, even though he alleges that he does. That's what I'm getting. He doesn't really respect the game. I wish he loved the sport like I do. That's what I'm saying.
One of the cool things of doing the Rangers as long as I did is that I knew that when the Sabres were at the Garden, RJ would be there. Yeah. And that's during some of the times they were the worst team in hockey. That's his team. Now, he might love the 49ers more. I don't know. He might love the Yankees more. But it's one of his favorite teams. And I'm sorry, Dave. Obviously, I would lose any debate because the numbers don't lie. But the best thing going is the first weekend of March Madness. Stop it. It's cool. It's fun. The best thing going. It's better than championship weekend in the NFL. You know, it's better than, the first round of the NHL playoffs where it's all up for grabs, all these crazy overtime. Stop it. Stop. And you're entitled to your opinion, and so is the rest of the world. But to jump RJ, you're like, it's ridiculous to watch his favorite team for the rest of the regular season when they're on an historic run, trying to make the playoffs for the first time in a decade and a half. He's supposed to all of a sudden just think that a weekend full of college basketball teams he doesn't root for is bigger. It
shows that you either don't respect hockey or you don't respect RJ's love of the Sabres. Because why would a tournament where you, as much as fun as it is, and man, like I said, when I was a kid, the first 2 days of the tournament were a dream come true. But over one of my actual teams playing.
Now, I'm a football guy. You're a football guy.
I love football.
But the thing that bothers me about Dave, about being a football guy, is that I also don't think he respects the rest of the things he roots for. Like, he can't believe someone would put anything above football. And he also can't believe that anybody would hold hockey in that kind of a high regard, because the dirty little secret about Dave is he really just doesn't – he disrespects the other sports. It's all about football. Like he just said, that's different. Why is it different? Why is his love for the Giants different than RJ's love for the Sabres, other than it's different sports? So that's what he's doing, is he disrespecting the other sports, in which he also has a rooting interest in. But I understand. I know why. Football's awesome, but you can't wrap your mind around the fact that somebody might like something more than football, or that somebody might like something more than the first weekend of the dance when you don't have a team in it.
Listen, there was a time, Don, when I'm telling you, I would have put the first 2 days of the tournament above anything except the Commanders. But that time isn't for me anymore.
But let me ask you this. During that time, would you have trouble understanding somebody disagreeing with you?
Of course not. Especially for a team they love. Now, if they said, hey, we're just talking about the Masters is better than the tournament, and I would rather watch the Masters Thursday, Friday than the tournament Thursday, Friday. I could see you getting into a hardcore argument, although, as I've gotten older, grown to really love the Masters. I think I enjoy it now more than I enjoy the first 2 days of the tournament. But I could see that argument. But when it comes to up against something where you have a vested interest, you can't remove the power of the vested interest. It's all about the vested interest. I've got no vested interest. Do you know the records that Maryland's setting this year in college basketball? They're not ones you want, Don. We have more 30-point losses this year, Maryland, than they've had since Gary Williams retired. It's a disgrace.
No, it's crazy.
So what do I'm kind of out on college basketball right now.
No, and I was never really. I find it to be fun, but I would rather watch hockey. So would he have said that to Ray? If Ray said, I would have more fun watching the rest of the Knicks regular season than the first couple of days of the NCAA tournament, would he have jumped Ray? Or is it okay to be a bigger NBA fan than college basketball? So is it a hockey thing, or is it just, hey, this should be held? Listen, for you it is. But why are you bothering other people? I could disagree, but it's an opinion. And it's not that crazy when it's one of his favorite teams and they're playing. I think there's only 4 teams in the history of the NHL, or 5 teams, that have went on this kind of run over that period of time. And they've missed the playoffs for 14 straight years. But he's supposed to forget all that because, 2 colleges he doesn't care about are playing in an empty building at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because that's what it is. That's the reality.
Oh, well, you have some of those too.
Right.
And remember, for as many times as there are moments where it's like, oh my God, what an incredible finish, and now we send you out to Phoenix for the end of blah, 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 and that's incredible. For as many as those are, there are a lot of Thursdays where nothing happens. It's chalk all day long.
Yeah, and again, I'm not it's fun. But to think that everybody's got to share the opinion. You know what? There's a lot of people, and I was one this year. It wouldn't have taken much if I didn't do this show and something better was on at the half of the Super Bowl or going into the third quarter. I might have changed the channel. Does that make me a bad guy? I had none interest in the Super Bowl. Didn't care about the 2 teams. Thought the game was completely ridiculous in the first half. Good, done.
I was with you.
So that make me a bad guy?
No. I told you.
I was at a party. I was having fun, and I do this for a living, so I had to watch every single play. But if I was Don the mailman, starting the third quarter, I might have put on MASH.
And remember, we get into arguments with people like John Winthrop, who don't even understand. Like, they're scared about missing a second of the Super Bowl no matter who's playing.
He's scared of missing a second of the Hall of Fame game.
And then there are fans like me and you who adore the game of football. But Don, I was waiting for halftime.
No, because you know what? Because we're not afraid. There's an intimidation that goes on. You have to love the first 2 days of the tournament. You're a moron if you don't. You got to love every second of football, otherwise you're not an American.
Well, how about this? I'm seeing a video now moving around from towards the end of the LA Marathon when the leader was impeded by someone running alongside the track.
I just saw that too.
And he was led the wrong way, ran off the track, lost probably what? I think he lost like 5-6 seconds there.
If it's more than 0.01, it's more than it cost him the
more
game.
than enough. It was 0.2. It kills him.
And this is when the guy in second place is already, I don't know, Anthony, let's say he's like 100 yards or less behind him already.
It's tough to tell from that, but he's
It's
closer
close.
than, yeah.
So he pulled a Charlie Brown.
Kind of.
But he righted himself in 5 seconds, but that's an eternity.
And when you lose by a tenth, that's going to be, oh, man. That is so crazy. All right, we have to take our last break. People are on the line. Caden, Griffin, Steve, we'll get to you guys. Last call crew, DHR, ESPN New York.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios-based monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan, on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandras Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Play-by-play voice of the Devils, Don LaGreca.
Put a pitchfork in this one.
And the Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg show are taking over for a special live broadcast and Devils versus Rangers watch party on Wednesday, March 18th. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandras Italian Village.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. The Rookie and Explorer packages are now available. All Yankees Universe members receive a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and MLB audio at bat. Plus, Rookie members get an official New York Yankees t-shirt. A portion of all proceeds benefits pediatric cancer research at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Join Yankees Universe today at yankees.com/universe.
Peter, I just wanted to take a quick second to thank some people over here at Ramapo that really made this day so special for me. I got a chance to be interviewed by President Cindy Jebb in front of a bunch of students that want to do what I do for a living, and it was really cool to be a part of that that series that they're doing, and that give me the tour of the school and some of the places I haven't been to since I graduated in 1992, and, of course, letting me do the show here from the radio station. So thanks to Cindy, and also Andrea Busser and Brittany Williams-Goldstein, who have been working with me for like the last month to put this together. It was really cool. It was an honor to be recognized, and I'm looking forward to maybe doing some stuff in the future with the school. But they really went the extra mile, getting me food, hanging out here, and, of course, Dan from the radio station coming in, also Lindsay. From a promotional standpoint, a lot of this stuff made it onto social media, so you can see a lot of what I did today. So thanks a lot. Wanted to give them a shout-out before the show ended. Look at me, at Ramapo, actually doing a read.
That's awesome, man. Shout out to Ramapo. I dream of one day being beloved by my alma mater the way Ramapo loves Don. Let's go to Griffin in Connecticut to get us down the stretch here with the Last Call crew. What up, Griff?
Hi, Griff.
Hey, guys. Peter, we love you, so that's all that matters. If they don't love you, well, it's their loss.
Thank you.
We love you, so that's all that matters.
Maybe UConn will honor me.
I think Dave owes RJ an apology, because I get where RJ's coming from. He's a Buffalo Sabre fan who to him, it feels like probably a decade since his team was good. He's probably been watching his team be so bad, so awful. He thought this would never come in his lifetime, that they would be good. And that they're having a phenomenal year. Dave is saying it's bigger than the NCAA tournament. I don't get where Dave's coming from.
Well, you know, he's one of those people.
The NCAA tournament's big, but that's because I root for UConn. But
I love steak.
If I wasn't.
Griff, but if somebody doesn't like steak, do I jump them and go, what are you, crazy? They don't like steak. Not everybody is going to like and enjoy things the same way you do. Now, he's probably in the minority of that opinion, because people go gaga for college basketball this time of year. Most of them who didn't spend a second watching it at all during the regular season, which I find interesting. But how do you kill somebody for having an opinion? Unless you've got issues with yourself.
Yeah, especially when it's your own team that you love. Well, let's go to Steve in Queens. What's up, Steve?
Thanks for taking the call, guys, and congratulations, Don, on being honored by your college. That's pretty cool. I'm a professional sports guy. The last time I was really interested in college basketball or even college football was years ago. For someone to say that your team being in the NHL playoffs isn't as good as the top college teams is ridiculous. I don't care what it is. Pros are the best thing.
Well, and that's also an opinion. Somebody else might think college is better than pros.
You're
but
right.
To jump somebody, you can obviously have disagreements, but when you're just talking about opinion, it's not that crazy. If Buffalo was out of it and said I'd rather watch the rest, then I'd say that's kind of weird. I wouldn't jump up, but I'm like, that really? That's weird that you're still going to. But hey, I don't know this for a fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony would rather watch the rest of the Rangers in the regular season than the NCAA tournament.
Now that's a good
question.
I bet you're right, Anthony. Would you rather watch the rest of this hockey rangé, this horrifying nightmare that you hate, more than the tournament?
I'm gonna sit through this Rangers. I'm gonna do it.
But but is that
what I want? What's more, better for my sanity? Watching March Madness. What I'm gonna do is probably watch the Rangers.
But is this out of your fandom or like sick masochism?
Both. I mean, I think that and Don knows this, there are guys on this team that you have to see show improvement or at least some level of competence that are going to be a part of this team next year. I didn't enjoy the way that the game ended against the Devils on Saturday. That wasn't great. I'll watch this Flyers game tonight. There's a good chance they lose it. It'll probably be frustrating. But it's also better for them to not win, so they have a better chance as a top pick. So I don't get mad anymore. It's frustrating, but I don't get mad.
He's scouting. He's in scout mode now.
Speaking of scouting, and you're talking about March Madness, how do you not talk about some of the drops? I'm just going to remind people of some stuff here. I'm not going to give any indication, but some reminders to think about what could be coming up when we reveal on Friday.
Somebody went behind a couch and found like a Harness Wagner rookie card or something. Like, Harness? You never know.
Harness Wagner?
Harness is
Harness
Hornus. Hornus.
Hornus?
It's still a stupid name.
On 880 ESPN New York and the ESPN New York, we're so bad.
Why we're so bad?
Honus Wagner, if I made that mistake on the K show, he might have taken a swing at me.
He'd be disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Don and I talked about starting a What's Up group chat, and Don and I are the only people in our group.
What's Up?
What's Up?
That's
because it's WhatsApp. It's not What's Up.
I know, but I didn't care for that drop.
Oh, you don't think it belongs?
No.
Little yo-yo monkey boy, he wanted me to jump up and make the jokey so the people go laugh time.
If that's not number one, I'm walking.
Well, I got good news for you, buddy.
That's number one.
Listen, I'll say this, Don, and you're right. That's not WhatsApp is not strong, but most tournament conference winners aren't strong.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah, but should it have been? Because you had the decision to make.
I did.
Now that was in the flub region.
It was.
So it doesn't matter. So this doesn't help.
How you living? What?
No, it wouldn't have helped there. Now, granted, that's a better drop, but it is what it is. Should have won its conference tournament.
Yeah, you really can't do that.
It was first four out.
It just didn't have a place.
If he was that bad,
you know that's going on a run.
It's like being the second best quarterback in the league, but the best quarterback is also on your team.
I really do like that one.
To me, it's the context of that drop that we were making fun of Gary Cohen saying, what was it, the polar bear?
Yeah.
It was like,
first call for the breaking the record for Mets.
But what was the line? It was like the polar bear freezes. You remember what it is, Ray? No, anyway, it was some line that was like so clearly planned
with
out.
An iceberg. Like
the iceberg. He stands alone on the iceberg, and I said, "Why didn't he just scream out a polar bear sound instead?"
And what also makes it great, that's more seal.
Yeah, that's more seal being attacked by polar bear than polar bear. But this is all what you can look forward to later in the week.
I'm really looking forward.
We're very much looking forward to the first March Madness, Drop Madness in 2 years. So that'll continue as the week goes on. Alan's back with us tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the weather. We'll catch you right here at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award